Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What up? What up? What the fuck is up?
What up?
This is episode 206.
206
of the iLLogical Sense Podcast. This is your boy Busby.
Give me a hell yeah!
And over here crumbling some ice.
Ice,
your boy,
baby.
JC No
Hot
Hot.
X!
We know we going by JC6.
Hot X!
AKA Champion Cole.
And
AKA JC6 Rings.
of course. And Martine.
Yo, what the fuck is up, guys? How y'all feeling?
It's a celebration, bitches.
Ooh, is it ever?
Yeah, boy!
Oh my god, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the
closer, I
procedure,
can hear you.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Nigga, you know what this is? It's a celebration, bitches! After that, I grab your ass. That nigga's gone. That nigga's gone. That nigga's gone. I done told you in 2016 I'm waiting for 2020, and that motherfucker's gone. The whole ass nigga in office is gone. Bitch.
Save 2 months.
Nigga, he gone.
about
I done
2.5
told you.
months,
Nah, fuck that. You had your champ talk. This is my champ talk. That motherfucker is gone. When I saw President-elect Joe Biden on my screen Saturday morning, I put my hand in the air like saying victory with the Wiz playing Can You Feel a Brand New Day? I had that shit blasting in the house.
Shit.
Motherfucker.
I respect it.
No, you better respect it. The motherfucker Joe Biden, nigga.
Yeah, President-elect. Sounds
No,
good for
that's
him.
President. I'm just gonna say President Joe Biden, nigga.
That's cool. I'm rocking with you. The motherfucker's still in office for the next 2 months, though. Like,
Nigga,
that's just
let's go with it right now. Just go with me right now. I went with y'all.
I
Y'all
can't
won the
be-
championship. You gotta ride with me today.
There's just a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
I'm not. Just
Little
go.
bit.
We held the trophy
Just
right
go.
away.
Just
Yeah.
go
Like-
with me.
like
Just
right-
go with me
Right
right
after we
now.
won, we got a trophy.
Yeah. He's got to wait
Like,
to get
he's gotta-
sworn in
Yeah,
January.
America was celebrating.
Oh, yes, they
Yeah, of
were.
course.
It was the end of Return
In
of
the
the
streets.
It was like Return of the Jedi type of fucking celebrations,
Nah,
man.
real shit, man.
Like I
was
knew,
wild, bro.
as I foreseen it. Word to Palpatine. Like
Man, we also straight Star Wars nerd shit right
it's
now.
the
Let's go.
truth.
Let's
It's
go.
the truth. It's the truth. It was crazy, and he's still in denial about it.
Yeah.
He won Pennsylvania, by the way. As when we went off the air, fucking Biden was literally creeping up, and by the time we got off the air, like what? Friday? That's when he broke loose in Georgia?
Friday's when he broke everything, basically.
Friday, like he already
That
broke.
was Saturday morning.
No.
Friday's when it like literally was projected. Like, oh my god,
Oh,
he's taking
okay,
it.
yeah,
When
yeah.
Saturday
he
was just
took
the
Georgia
official word.
Friday,
Yeah.
he took Georgia like Friday night. That was hilarious. And then after that, it was just a technicality. He was just breaking the leads everywhere. And Trump was panicking, trying to sue everything, tell him to stop the vote, keep counting, don't matter.
Keep counting in Nevada and Arizona.
Yeah, and stop the vote.
Yeah, stop
In
that
Pennsylvania,
shit. Stop
and
that
Georgia.
shit.
And Detroit, even though
Fuck outta here.
they said flat out, that in fucking Arizona, he ain't catching up. If you look
yeah.
at those numbers, like, he ain't catching
Yeah.
up. He don't have enough votes. In Pennsylvania, it was just, the mail-in ballots just kept coming and coming and coming. It was just oozing in ballots. Like, it's
Shout out Philadelphia
and
and
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh or Allegheny County.
And Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know what it was when I realized he wasn't going to win Arizona?
What was
It had
that?
nothing to do with the ballots. It was when Republicans in Arizona came out and was like, we ain't forget about McClain, motherfucker.
Or McCain.
McCain, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
And they was like, we didn't forget. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Nah, and then after that in Georgia, they were saying, "Oh, we gotta wait for the military ballots." And then the military ballots said, "Are we voting for a hoe ass?"
No.
They said, "We remember what you said, bruh. Losers, right? And who is that? Hers?
And on that note, shout out Veterans Day. All the
Yeah, it's
veterans.
Veterans Day. All
Yeah.
the
You know what I'm
veterans.
saying?
Shout out to them.
Continue.
Oh, nah, I was happy. It was a great day. Only thing that sucked is, like, I would have went out and celebrated, but, we have something called COVID.
Yeah.
My homeboy is all telling me, like, yo, downtown's hella popping right now. I was like, yeah, so is that virus. And he's like, you right. Fuck.
I want to give a major shout out to Stacey Abrams.
Her too.
Oh, yes.
800,000 fucking registered voters, dog.
Yeah, I want to go in
to
detail with that. For those who don't remember, when she was running for her position a few years ago, she felt like there was some actions that took place at the polls.
Oh, there was.
And went down, and if I'm not mistaken, she had an opportunity to put her name on as a possible candidate for vice president for Biden.
Oh shit.
But she turned it down because she wanted to do voter reform in Georgia. And this is literally the result of her turning that down and going back and making sure things were in play.
Right.
Yeah,
definitely want to give a special shout out to her and give her flowers.
800,000 fucking registered voters, dog. 800,000. And now they're gonna have a runoff election in Georgia. And pretty much that's gonna determine the Senate, which probably will determine Biden's, presidential, run and shit. That's how he's gonna get shit done if the Democrats have the Senate. So
for about 2 years, you know what I mean? Because then they're gonna have another election as far as that goes.
For the what's it called? The midterm election.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is January 5th, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's the runoff.
No, that's
the runoff in Georgia.
Yeah.
And 2022 is the midterm.
Oh, you're talking about 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then after that, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
but other than that, man, America was at peace. Well, not peace, but it was just relief more.
Yeah.
And,
more than anything was
and
relief.
pretty much MAGA people are just in shock. They're going through the stages of grief right now.
They're going through all the stages that they said Democrats were going to go through when they put the posts out Monday and Tuesday. And they said, yes, when this election's over, this is how the far left-wingers and... I just never knew people to just call so many people outside their name when it came to politics, like libertards and all that shit. Like, I just never I never noticed that until over the most recent years.
Right.
They swore up and down Monday and Tuesday that that's what it was going to be. And then Wednesday they felt, it was going their way. And as soon as the mail ballots came in, all of a sudden it was fraud. And I was like, oh, wow.
It was fraud. And then they were saying, they were saying fraud and all types of shit. And then they kept talking. And after that, when it got real, when they announced President like Joe Biden, they were just like, no. And then they thought about it. And they were just like, yeah, well, shit.
No, they're still going.
No. A lot of them are kind of just like packing up. The only ones you see on there is fucking niggas on Twitter.
No. Facebook is where it's all at.
That's what I'm saying. Social media.
Oh, okay, yeah.
On social media, but in real life?
Yeah, on the social media.
Oh no, he calls it fucking on Twitter. I unmuted him. I just want to see him melt down. He calls it lamestream media now.
That's what my god.
He still believes, and if you go down his timeline, if you go down Trump's timeline, it's just all Doc saying no, that's a lie. It sounds like Maury Perverts. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. He's just having a meltdown. He can't tweet nothing without it getting docked. Because he's just trying to lie. And all his lawyers he put out suits at all the fucking states, and he is 0 for 16. He's the Detroit fucking line. What year is that when they went 0 and 16?
Oh, shit.
2007, 2008.
2007, yeah, he's 2007, 2008 Detroit Lions. 0 and 16. Might be the Jets, too. But, yeah.
The Browns did that shit, too.
Yeah, Browns too. Yep.
Yeah.
0 and 16. He's just the lawyers are. He's trying everything in his power to call it fraud, and everyone's saying, even Republicans are just like, bro, just give it up. It's over.
Just quit, man. Yeah. Just quit.
I also want to give a very big round of applause to Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. Regardless of my reservations about her going into this, you can't deny facts. The first woman to now hold that title, in addition to being the first black person, period, to hold that title.
Yeah.
The first Asian person, period, to hold that title.
And Indian.
And the first modern-day citizen born to immigrant parents to hold that title.
And
really? All right, that one I didn't know.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
mixture.
And on top of that, Oakland in the building.
Yes, sir.
Oakland got a spot in the White House.
Area.
And it's just a whole bunch of karma just hit Trump all at once, a whole bunch of shit. First he was talking shit about California, and now a woman from Oakland. Not only did California go to Biden in a large margin, they said over 10 million people voted for Biden.
Oh, come on, man. We already know. 3 minutes later, they called that shit.
I know, but I'm just saying. And what's it called? And now a woman from Oakland, from the Bay Area, he was talking shit about is now a vice president. And then he was talking shit about fucking Detroit, saying he was going to send all the urban areas. He said he was going to turn military forces out. They're the ones that voted him out.
Go figure.
And talking shit about McCain. All that in Atlanta, talking shit about Atlanta, talking shit about Chicago.
I mean, you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
well,
he was talking all that shit.
And now he's scared because the way he's talking right now, that nigga ain't built for jail. He's not
kidding me, dog?
built for jail. He can't snitch on nobody because that means he's snitching on himself. Like they're saying, he's not conceding. He hasn't said nothing publicly. Like he's only been on Twitter. He has not came out and said anything publicly because it's like the news is just going to turn off. He's getting to the point now where Fox News is just fed up of his ass. How much of a piece of shit you have to be if Fox News is saying you're a piece of shit?
And they were backing him the whole time.
They backed him
for the 4 years.
His whole term, and then when it got closer and closer to election, I think it was within a week.
Nah, it was before that. He was talking shit even like months before that.
I'm saying it was within a week when he actually called the studio while they were live and told them, yeah, you're not covering the news the way you're supposed to. You're covering it like CNN. and like the 3 people on the set were like, had to basically defend bias towards...
Facts.
Yeah, or no, bias towards reporting what they usually would not do, which is the facts. And it just didn't sit well. And he said that. Then he went out on Twitter afterwards and said that Fox News is really ran by Democrats.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, even before the election, like months even before the election, he was talking shit about Fox News. Like even during the debate, he talked shit about Chris Wallace, no relation to Biggie. And fucking, he was talking shit about that. And then now, like you said, when it came close to the election, that's when he really started ramping it up on Fox News. Now he's just like, fuck y'all. Now he has, 2 more months left?
It would even make sense too now. Because now word is coming out that he's ready to start Trump TV.
Yeah, that's been in the...
And he wants to...
Yeah.
And he really wants to go head-to-head with none other than Fox News. So much so that the rumors have come out that he's getting ready to poach Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson.
Allegedly.
And either Tommy Lauren or what was her face?
Laura Ingraham.
That motherfucker.
Yeah. For those who don't remember, Miss Shut Up and Dribble.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever the case, he's still in there right now. He doesn't want to give the keys over. He doesn't want to give like the transition keys over to Biden. Biden is just cool, calm, and collected. Like, you're gonna have to do this eventually, bruh. So and he pretty much told him. Like, he's pretty much saying in the most nicest way possible, we can settle this like men, or we can do this on some gangster shit. You got till January, homie.
It is what it is.
I'll holler. I'll get my team together, bro. Come January 20th, I'm coming to this house.
He's like, in the meantime, let me go get the doctor that you fired in April. Let me go get him back.
Let me get my dream team together.
Let's get this set up.
I'm going to get everything set up, but I'm going to tell you right now, come January 20th, we're going to settle this like men, and you're going to walk out with your head high, or we're going to do this on some gangster shit.
Big old Shoddy Joe.
Hell yeah.
Shoddy Joe.
Shoddy Joe. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, man. Just telling you, it was a great day. Great day for America.
Yeah, it was
most definitely.
It was good. It was very nice to hear somebody at the podium making complete sentences.
Actually sounding like a presidential.
No, actually just making complete sentences.
Yeah, just
like fuck being presidential.
Yeah.
Like just sentences and talking with references and sources behind them.
And not speaking like a walrus.
Yeah.
Not waving his hands, just being chill.
Yeah. Again, Kamala did her thing, leading that off with her words. I just don't understand how, even if you are the most right-wing American, how you could be so upset at the situation if you have a daughter or granddaughter or a loved one that's a little girl around you and Kamala Harris is on TV.
Oh, definitely.
And you now have an opportunity to share that with your loved young girl. And say, you can do this. Like, the sky's the limit for you now. I just don't understand it. There are still people who are more focused on voter fraud than really looking at
like the
the child around them saying
Yeah.
this is a moment for them.
Right.
Like, but you know,
It was
the
the
people that did see it for what it was, they took it for that.
Most of the MAGA folks talk about voter fraud. Like, no one really talk about voter fraud except the MAGA folks. In reality, you know.
Yeah.
Nah, you're right though.
I mean, seriously.
Like legit, I didn't have nothing about. I had nothing to say about voter fraud. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't. I'm sure plenty of others who voted for Joe Biden literally have nothing to say about voter fraud. However,
Yeah.
that other half.
The other
That's all
70
that-
million.
yeah, that's all
that
we're
other
talking
70
about, right?
That other 70 million people that voted for Trump. Yeah, and it's even crazier when I look on Twitter and you seeing all the little fucking loud Trump supporters just get silent and
Oh,
then
very.
go back into their cave. Like I saw one photo on Twitter. It's like the first half was before the election. It was a big black truck and it said Trump train. And then literally right after the election when Trump lost, when they announced that Biden won, all the Trump shit came off his damn truck. And I'm like, oh, so y'all going right back into hiding. And then y'all gonna come out saying, yeah, Trump, he was trash. It's like that get out shit. If I would have voted for Obama, I would have voted for him 3 times.
Jesus Mero had a good joke. He said in 3 years that MAGA hat's gonna come back like vintage and sell out.
Yeah.
Sell out the fucking stores.
You're gonna see rappers, you're gonna see fucking hipster niggas
Oh my
rocking
God.
that
Yeah,
shit.
for real.
I always like how they did the MAGA hat in Atlanta, the TV show, when they had Darius grab it and he just crossed it out and put "You mad."
Oh, yeah.
Just put you mad, yeah.
No, my theory behind this whole thing, and I mean, I haven't stuck and done research on YouTube because I don't care. But my theory on this is that the Republicans set Donald Trump up to fail. They got they rode the Trump train.
They got what they had out of him.
Yeah, they got what they needed out of him. When he just, he kept sounding off on McCain and was saying all the other shit, everything leading up to COVID and his handling of it. They looked at it and was like, I mean, we could go through this for another 4 years, but what's there to gain? They basically treated him like it was fantasy football. Like, we ran our running back all the way to a second contract and he's injury prone. Like, let's get something out of him while we can.
Yeah.
They went and made a backdoor deal with the Democrats and was like, look, let's fight it out for the House and Senate. And, let's see if we can, you allow us to keep one of them. But this motherfucker, we just gonna give you the blueprint to beat his ass because he ain't doing shit. Like, and I watched enough Godfather to know a hit when I see one. You know what I'm saying?
Some of the Republicans are kind of playing with them, saying like, "Oh yeah, he has the right to investigate." Yeah, they're gonna play his little game, but in reality, they're just going like, "We're just playing this game." But nah, like,
of course,
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
like you come January, you're out. Like they're gonna keep playing that little game. Whatever the case, jump out Joe Beasy, Kamala Harris.
Kamala. You gotta get that one right.
No,
This is my day today. I let y'all do it. I let y'all celebrate your Lakers. I let y'all celebrate your Lakers. I'm gonna celebrate how I want to celebrate.
That's fine, but you gotta say
and
it.
I am going to call her Camilla Harris.
where you
Whatever the case, I let y'all celebrate your Lakers.
That ain't gonna do
This
with
is my
something.
day.
Hold up, wait.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me that this ain't my day also?
Yeah, we voted for him too.
Yeah.
But you know how much.
Okay.
But y'all know how much this meant to
Which should
me.
inspire you to pronounce her name right,
Nigga,
considering
I'll
that
pronounce
she's
it any way I want. Kamala.
Oh, that sounds MAGA, man. No, that sounds real MAGA, bro.
Sounds extremely
Camilla,
MAGA.
Yeah.
Camilla, Hoyt, whatever.
He said,
I'm just saying, brother. There's certain people.
Madam Vice President. Madam Vice
There
President.
you go. There you go. See, that's all you gotta do.
Anyway, I was
Perfect.
saying.
VP.
Madam VP.
There
It's
you
pretty
go.
fire though. We had a black president. We had a black male president, and then what? How many? 8 years later? Not even 8 years later. How long has it been since Obama was president? Shit, been that long? Fuck.
2008.
I know 2008. I'm just saying. I'm like, damn, it's been that long. Shit, time flies. And then 12 years later, we get fucking a black female vice president.
I wasn't even thinking. I was like, wait, what do you mean?
Because he got elected in 2000.
Yeah. When he
Yeah.
first got, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm fucking retarded.
Shit, they got Trump. So, like, Trump is the first one-term president since George Bush's daddy.
Yeah. He's the first incumbent president to lose the popular vote twice, to not get reelected, and lose and fucking get kicked out since George Bush Sr.
And George W. came out and was like, yeah, get that motherfucker out.
Dude,
lost.
Dude, George W. Yeah, he has a lot. Yeah, he has the nerve to say that shit.
So you lost.
It's crazy. George W. Bush was the last Republican president to win the popular vote. He literally was. Ever since then, it's been none but Democrat. He is the first and probably the last last Republican president to win the popular vote. And he got 2 terms. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him a grace term for 9/11. So they gave him a second one.
I mean,
that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
But realistically, if you think about it, Trump should have gotten a grace term based off of COVID-19.
He should have.
Should have.
But
you know
of
what
course,
I mean?
Except he
didn't shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Motherfucker went out with a 3-1 lead and didn't study the rest of the playbook.
For real, he had it.
Yeah,
Literally had it.
Sewed up.
I'm telling you,
Really.
if he just tells people at the very least
in January when it
like it ain't even about lockdown, just wear a mask. And if he shuts the fuck up about McCain the last 2 years, it's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
That's all you had to do.
For sure.
But guess we'll never know.
On some Kanye shit.
Yeah.
Word to Joe. Oh man, great! It was great. This whole shit's like a damn movie, man. That's how this whole shit's still playing. It's still playing out as we're talking. He still don't want to leave the office, and he's trying to get some of the Republicans to come on his side and try to shut for fraud, and all. Like a majority of them are just saying, no.
It's going to be fuckery ultra until the inauguration.
Well, exactly. But he's bitch made.
Ultra.
But he's bitch made. He's gonna leave probably the day before the inauguration. Leave through the back door. He's just gonna leave it a big old message. Just leave. He's not gonna greet Biden.
The way 2020 played out, anything's possible. So I'm not shutting.
He'll probably leave earlier than that. That's better.
That's kind of one thing I've been speculating with a few of my coworkers and shit.
That he's just gonna leave early.
No, not that. The fact that he's still got 2 months, so who knows what the fuck he's gonna try to pull.
Right.
You know what I mean? I understand that a lot of times when a president is in that situation, the Senate and the Congress really don't fuck with him like that. You know what I mean? It's like you're a lame duck at that point. You know what I mean? You're out.
Yeah.
But who's to say he doesn't try to pull some dumb shit, executive order type shit? You
Right.
know what I mean?
So, he put his buddies in
it
those
passes.
seats. Yeah, he put buddies in those seats.
Yeah, exactly.
It's but the way it's playing out, it's funny overall. Ben Carson went and said what he said, then Ben Carson got COVID. So. How that goes.
Yeah.
He had it at the election party that everyone was at. That's how he got it.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. He's kind of slow, dog.
The last 2 months are just, it's going to be one of those ones where I've implemented CNN in my regular viewing.
Same with me. Same with MSNBC. Same with
fuck?
MSNBC. All that. It's like the way they're talking. It's just like there was one site where some dude on CNN was just going like he talked about it and he just went like, shit. Fuck. Like he was just fed up. Like they're getting fed up of this nigga.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. About being fed up.
No,
I'm just curious about like the up to date.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Everything that's regarding them. Like this shit bigger than Woj, baby. Like
it is. Yeah. It's a fucking country.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it is. But like, it's just that's just
Trump's gonna have
he's
gonna have
they waiting for the concession hour at this point.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna get it. Yeah, this motherfucker. He's gonna have a rough Thanksgiving. He's gonna have a rough holidays. You gonna have a rough. How we felt in 2016. That's how he's feeling times 1,000.
Truth be told, I don't think it is. I think this is my belief. I just feel like he's like, fuck it, only because he feels like he lost to an inferior candidate in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like Kennedy or somebody of that stature, where it's like a monumental politician, it'd be like, yeah, I lost, I'm still gonna talk my shit, but it is what it is, whatever. I just don't think he respects Joe Biden, so this is rubbing him the wrong way.
He doesn't respect nobody. That's the thing.
Of course,
Well,
but he only went up against Joe Biden. Like, that was his direct competition.
I feel like this shit is eating him up, bro. Like, for real. Like, and the reason why is because he just despised anything and everything from the Obama administration.
Yeah.
And because Biden comes from that,
It's his little homie.
yeah, it's
That's his little homie.
that shit's just eating him up.
Right,
Like,
but that furthers what I'm saying is that, yeah, he come from the Obama administration, but he can say, yeah, well, even that, he was still inferior in that administration. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
he
you could say that, but I don't know. Man.
Joe Biden wasn't. If he was a vice president,
I'm not too sure about. Like,
I mean, that's fine. Like, again, this is my theory. So that's
my theory about this shit. This is eating him up inside, and he's in complete denial about this shit. And
obviously,
he's in literally complete denial, and he's trying to, because he's so used to just saying a lie loud enough that people will believe him. That's how he got his supporters. But now everyone's treating him like 6ix9ine and just ignoring him. It's
Yeah.
like, whatever, bro.
I truly think the real reason is his loans.
That too, because
He took out a lot of loans against his properties that he only got because of his status as president.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, at the end of the day, he's more concerned.
Shit.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta remember the only
I
reason.
gotta pay all that shit back.
Right.
Y'all people gotta remember the only reason why he ran for president this time was because when he went to the White House correspondent shit, when he was talking all that shit about Obama and his birth certificate and shit, and Obama literally shitted on him right in front of his face in the nicest way possible, had everyone laughing at him. That was the moment he said, I'm gonna run for president, because he wanted to show him that, yeah, I can do this shit. And he did it. He won the presidency, ruined his whole fucking legacy and his life and shit. And now not only did he lose to one of Obama's disciples, he lost to his little homie by damn near a landslide, and he pretty much just ruined the whole Republican Party. And now by the time he gets out of jail, by the time he leaves the White House, he possibly could be facing prison time. And that whole Obama portrait shit, that's going right back up in the White House. He literally tried to ruin Obama's legacy, and it didn't work.
I wouldn't call this shit a landslide. Like, even if it does end up like a lot to a little bit,
He's still fucking
it's more like a train wreck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just slow, lasting
layer by layer.
I do know one thing, though. Lakers the first team back in the White House, baby!
Dude, that's kind of wild to think about. The last team that went into the White House was in 2016. Was what's his name? Was the Cavs, when the 3-1 lead Cavs. And they visited Obama on his last term.
Oh, the NBA. From the NBA.
Yeah, that was the last team that went in there. It was LeBron. And then fucking 4 years later, he about to go right back in there. Because no NBA team went back over there. The Warriors didn't go over there.
No.
And you know the Raptors, they're from Canada, so they ain't going to go over there. So
They're from Canada.
they ain't going to go over there. So, shit.
Man. That's glorious to be.
Well, I bet it
To
is.
open up the new presidency. Hey, guess who's back, bitches?
Hey, what's up, Joe? And you know, fucking LeBron met Joe Biden too.
Oh yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
That was back in when he was vice president. I called him Joe. I wish a motherfucker would Biden. That's when he was crazy. Now he's kind of cool, calm, and collected now.
LeBron called him JB.
Yeah.
You know him on an initial basis.
Right?
Yeah.
Shit.
They're on nickname terms. and
Exactly.
shit.
Nick, Nack, Patty, Rack. But
Yeah, so while people were dancing in the streets for various reasons, the main reason, of course, being president, vice president-elect celebrations. Another reason is the rapid spread of COVID in Notre Dame.
I saw that shit. I was waiting for SNL with Dave Chappelle, and that shit went to double overtime. And I was like, this shit needs to wrap the fuck up. And so then when the game ended, them niggas, all them kids literally rushed the field. And you even heard the commentators like, and the fans, they rushed the field.
Ooh.
Shit.
I remember just looking at that like, they rushing the,
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. I will say this.
I was like, don't Trevor Lawrence ain't he got COVID on the field right now? Like, what the fuck?
Wait, hold up. What?
Yeah, the Clemson's quarterback.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, that's fucking right.
But he wasn't playing, but he was on the field.
He was
Yeah,
there.
he had his mask
with his
on and all that
mask
shit. I'm
on.
like, yo, y'all running towards Trevor Lawrence.
Fuck.
Like, yo, it's spreading. It's spreading.
Them niggas
See,
just...
I was gonna say I will defend him in the sense of this is that is a typical college football tradition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you beat the number one team, you go out there, you fucking celebrate like shit. I forgot about Trevor Lawrence, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I totally forgot.
What's
about
even
that
crazier
shit.
about that is that
God
at all
damn.
these college games that I've been watching, they're damn near filled. Like, it's damn near halfway filled up. They might as well just fill the whole fucking stadium up.
That's what got me with this. It wasn't that they initially just stormed it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay, they stormed it. All right. It's just you start looking at it, it's like, wait, how many people are in the stadium? Because it looks like a packed fucking game now.
Dude, at all
You couldn't see the fucking field after a certain point. It's just
Right,
bodies.
right.
And a lot of them
Ants.
didn't have masks on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I look at some college games, even my grandma be looking at it, and she be like, oh my God, look at all those people. And I'm like, oh, wow. Because it's literally damn near filled. At all the college games I watch, it's literally damn near filled. You might as well just fill the whole fucking stadium.
Might as well.
Might as well.
If you want to
Yeah.
talk about that before we get into Chappelle, let's talk about the games that got canceled as a result of COVID this weekend.
Yeah, I saw.
Alabama, LSU,
that's not
canceled.
Ooh.
There was another big game. I think whoever Georgia was playing, that game got canceled. They just canceled one of the Pac-12. Remember, they just restarted up. One of the Pac-12 games initially already got canceled last weekend because they literally didn't have enough bodies to play in the game on either side.
Because all of them got COVID?
Really?
Yeah. Well, not all of them got COVID, but the ones that did, a lot of them were still red shirt and gray shirt and all that shit, so they couldn't make it happen. So, they had to call the game. And we're just at a point now where I'm like, all right, how y'all gonna finish this shit? Y'all wanted to be back.
Yep.
Shout out Oregon. Put a whooping on Stanford.
That they did. Beat they ass.
What was the score?
A lot to nothing.
A little?
Yeah.
Damn.
Just the way I like it.
Quack, quack, quack.
Motherfuckers decriminalized all hard drugs and then went and beat that ass.
For real.
Got high and went on the field and beat that ass. Yeah, man. I mean, shit. I mean, if you look at it, that, like, college games have more people in the field, more people in the stands than NFL games.
Yeah, because it's tradition.
Yeah.
That's man.
Like college, you gotta understand. In
Like, I get
cities,
it. I get
there's
it.
no pro football, and even if there is pro football, those teams have super precedence over the NFL teams because of the tradition.
Yeah, I get it.
So
Fucking pandemic. But
of course, but you're talking to people that are,
that's all they got is football.
You gotta remember, we were saying vote or die years ago. They take that football or die shit further than vote or die.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
If
I've watched a lot of college football
Especially
documentaries.
Alabama.
Yeah, them deep southern teams.
Yeah.
Deep Southern, Texas, all that shit.
I'm sure if you gave some of those the option to some of those people that did vote for Trump,
Right.
you could either go to the poll or you could go to the Alabama game.
Oh, they're taking
Fuck Trump,
Alabama.
bye. I'm going to the Alabama
Yeah.
game. Like literally, that's
Yeah.
Again, it's like that for them in the deep south. It don't make sense in this time, but
Like Edgar
it's
told
not.
me,
I'm not shocked.
Like
Yeah.
when COVID was really getting bad, Edgar said flat out, if they cancel football, especially in Ohio, and I was like, yeah, that's his grave. that's his grave. That's why he would have lost the election. He won Ohio, but if he would have canceled Ohio football, it would have been a wrap. But whatever. That's probably why he was so close, is because football didn't really get all the way canceled. If football got canceled, it probably would have been a landslide, like more of a landslide.
No. There's just that
I
many
don't
people
know,
in the
man.
country, man. It's just like what I was trying to tell you. It's
No, I'm just saying, it's football. Is
It's
no,
just,
I understand, but
Because, I mean, even if you look at the map, though, right?
I know.
The blue was on, both ends of the United
Yeah.
States, bro. Like, it was...
I get it.
Yeah, there was a whole margin in the middle that was like red.
Yeah, I know.
Completely
Yeah.
fucking red, bro. So, I mean...
Even Republicans were shocked they kept their seats in the
Yeah.
Senate. They were like, "Oh shit, y'all been okay."
that's the setup, baby. They saying oh shit for you just for public to save face. They knew what time it was behind the scenes.
No, but they were saying
sure.
flat out. They were saying flat out. They say if you would have looked at it, some of them literally voted for Biden and then voted red all down the ballot. I'm like, damn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But they were loyal to. They were loyal. It's a difference between Republicans and MAGA motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, no, definitely that, bro. But, I
Yeah.
mean, you could say that about, a lot of different groups and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, there's a difference between Niner fans and people who wear the SF colors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just for example.
Bandwagoners.
Or gang members.
That too. I didn't want to go down that route.
No, I will. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I got family like that.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, so that took place, and then when it finally ended, we finally got SNL, which
Dave Chappelle.
NBC, fuck you. Y'all could have did a better job in handling that shit.
No,
When football ended, half the country went straight to SNL. The other half went straight to fucking newscasts and shit
Some
like that.
of the newscasts was kind of. They only had it for like 10 minutes over in the East Coast, and they went straight to SNL.
Yeah, but the one on the East Coast channel I had, that motherfucker stayed there all 30 minutes.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
They still played it on. They still played it on the West Coast.
No, I understand. What I'm saying is, there's certain channels on the East and West, whatever. Some went 10 minutes, others went the full 30 minutes, and that falls directly on NBC as a total. I should have just cleared the whole motherfucking thing and went straight.
That's the reason why they don't have NFL on Saturday, because they did that with the XFL. And I remember they went into overtime and they had Jennifer Lopez just waiting and shit like that. And that's when they like, yeah, never again will we have fucking football in primetime before SNL. So that was a complete example on why they don't have football on Saturdays before SNL, but especially with the anticipated episode with
Put that
that.
shit on Fox. As soon as the contracts go up, just get that.
Aren't they already on Fox?
Not for those primetime games, those big time games. The big time games are on NBC.
Oh wow!
For the stuff for the Saturday night. That's what that is.
Yeah, send that
Send
shit
that
to
shit
Fox.
over to Fox.
The fuck?
Because they usually have it on ABC, but then they ran that game because Notre Dame has that contract with NBC.
And they usually play their games during the day anyway.
No, there's that they always have those night games on NBC when they play big games, like when they play the number one, when they play USC. So anytime it's like those traditional games for them, they always jump it up to Saturday. They just jumped it up on the wrong fucking Saturday night.
Anyway, Dave Chappelle, SNL. Wow. I mean, he was only on 2 sketches, but his 16-minute stand-up,
His monologue.
yeah, it was a stand-up to me. There's been nothing but stand-ups like Chris Rock, Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle. I'm not counting Adele. But those
Obviously.
all those 3, those were nothing but stand-ups. And man, Chappelle is so naturally funny. It's like
He was too real for that audience. I felt let down by
the
that
crew.
audience.
It's the
I don't
casting.
give a damn who it is.
It's the casting crew.
I don't give
That's
a fuck.
who it is.
Show out, laugh, enjoy.
Well,
it's Dave fucking Chappelle, a goat.
Okay.
Cherish him while he's here.
The problem is SNL. That's how they treat.
Oh, of
No,
course. I mean, I
like,
get it, but at the same time,
comedians,
like, you know,
but it's the
hey, you gotta
comedians
make up for the
themselves.
crowd. You gotta make up for the crowd that's not there, baby.
No,
like,
I feel you.
Dave Chappelle, not one of you. He's a goat, a legend.
Like if it was the
Easy.
regular if they actually had an actual like audience in there, because within that it's literally nothing but the cast and crew just laughing at, because in a way they probably been hearing these jokes, you know, before he was practicing them and shit like that. So who knows? But anyway, that was a good monologue. That was I call it a 16-minute set with Dave Chappelle. He didn't even say like we have a great night tonight. Foo Fighters on there. He didn't even say it. He just dropped the mic and they went to commercial. And I heard niggas so many times on SNL. They said niggas so many times. Like, that's the first I ever heard nigga on SNL. And who else was that? Oh, the opening sketch with fucking Jim Carrey as Joe Biden and shit like that. That shit was funny.
Fuck.
And then
I've
in the end, he's like, "There's a winner and a loser, and who is Ah, man."
You know, it was good overall. Chappelle's gonna be Chappelle.
When he said fucking, so what's his name? Donald Trump getting COVID is just like how fucking Freddie Mercury got AIDS. He's like, we all know how he got it. I was like,
Yeah. See, at that moment, that was when I was let down by the crew. It was like, yo, laugh.
they were just like, oh damn.
Fucking like, do something, even if it's just like a loud, oh no, like, do something.
No, it does that delay
Some
laugh.
type
No,
of fucking reaction.
I had
Like,
the
what
delay
fuck?
laugh. It was just like, did he just say, and then it was one of those delay laughs. That's what I heard. They had that. Did he just say, mother?
Yeah.
What I appreciated about that was just his setup and him talking about his great grandfather and how, you know, he was an actual slave, and you know, if only he could see this now, I wonder what he'd say. Because Chappelle's show was on Netflix, and I ain't get paid for that shit, and he's probably gonna like, damn, you enslaved more than I was.
For real.
Just the fact how he tied that whole motherfucker together, and you weren't expecting it. It was like,
bought and
fam.
sold, whatever.
Yeah, it's like,
That's the thing.
damn.
When I catch that with Dave now, he always lures you in with that. And I'm like, oh, this is about to be a punchline. I know something's coming. And then boom, he gets you.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, you gotta remember he is a fucking comedian.
But he got you
He's
better.
A stand-up comedian. No, definitely. Don't
This
get me wrong.
one, he's gotten a lot better.
JC said it out, out the gate, bro. Dude is a GOAT, hands down. But I'm saying though, like at the end of the day, you still got to remember he is a stand-up comedian, so there is a punchline coming.
Yeah,
just wait for it.
Oh yeah,
you know what
I mean, just like, but not like the fucking. What was the last one on YouTube? What was it the number 940? No, not 949. Fuck, what's it called?
The last special about
was
it.
it 846?
846.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, that's when I was kind of waiting for a punchline, but then when it was dead ass serious, I was like, oh no, there ain't no punch. This is shit.
Which is why in this one you lose fact on that because you're going off of the YouTube
okay.
special.
If
You know
you
what I'm
go
saying?
on that, off
So,
of that,
yeah.
I get what you're saying.
And it's 4 years to the day when he did the whole what's it called when Trump got fucking elected, and then 4 years later Trump got unelected. That's why when everything was set up for the election, you saw
Trump got unelected.
unelected. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nah, but Trump got unelected.
Unelected.
Nah, but it was just when everything was getting set up, and I saw Dave Chappelle was about to host SNL. I'm like, oh shit. Either this is gonna be really depressing, or it's about to be really funny.
Yeah. And then
all them niggas were drunk, like all the SNL cast members.
Yeah, they were fucked up.
You could tell, like they were celebrating.
Motherfuckers was just saying anything at that point. Che just took out the whole fucking clip tie. I don't even think that was part of the sketch. But no, I was just watching that and just, I don't know. Dave for me, Dave with the cigarette is like hearing Lil Wayne with the flick on the song. It's like seeing MJ stick his tongue out, Kobe bite his jersey. Like when you see it, all right, some shit's about to pop off right now, and everything else around me does not matter.
Exactly, like he's in his element. Yeah, especially when he was practicing jokes and he know it didn't hit. He would say a joke and look around like, "Oh, okay, didn't work. Okay."
But there was some. I did see some backlash in regards to Dave.
Really? Still?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So because I was listening to the Bomani Jones, The Right Time, and he's come out and he's like, I'm a big Dave Chappelle stan. He's like, a lot how I set up my show is I have seen Dave set it up. He says the backlash that he saw, he was able to understand why, and it's because for many people, Dave has elevated from just being a comedian to an American philosopher. So people are now separating comedian and philosopher. So when he says something that a comedian would naturally say, they feel some type of way because they feel like, well, you've elevated to this
philosopher,
this position. You should be. And somebody even made a statement like, oh, well, he's, some of the jokes just sounded lazy, like he should be above it. And everybody was like, fam, he's been making doo-doo jokes since his whole career. Like, there's nothing of, like, he's not above anything.
Bro, he just made it more sophisticated.
Joke in the tuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a matter of time.
I mean, I know Sticks and Stones was when it really hurt. That Sticks and Stones special on Netflix, that's when it really hurt people's feelings.
But I would ask this to you guys because I was actually thinking about it in this sense. Because while Dave goes into every set fully believing, hey, I'm just a comedian and I'm here to do what comedians do, which is in his mind, giving that out, that's fine. But somebody made the point of, should he be more cautious and conscious of what he says because he has leveraged Dave Chappelle, the philosopher, into big bags of money with Netflix because they know he's going to go out there and say just some real shit and it just happens to be funny. From that perspective, how do you guys feel about that?
No. Fucking Dave Chappelle.
Exactly.
You know who the fuck he is.
Dave Chappelle, he's multi-dimensional, bro. You know what I mean? He's a normal fucking person. He has moments where he can be so, straightforward and honest about shit, but he's a comedian at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So you know what you're getting when you sign up or bring in Dave Chappelle. Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Like he said on Sticks and Stones.
I don't want to hear that.
Like he said on Sticks and Stones. Don't get mad when you clicked on this. You clicked on my face. If you got mad, you clicked on my face. You knew what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
You watch a fucking Chappelle show. I mean, it's Dave Chappelle.
I feel 100% the same way. It was just when they broke it down in that instance, I was like, okay, now I can understand at least the point of view where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, no, I get what they're trying to say.
Because initially when I first heard it, I was like, no. Like I was like you guys, I was like, no, he's a comedian. But when they said, well, in many aspects, he did leverage Dave Chappelle, the philosopher, into getting extra bags for Dave Chappelle, the comedian.
Dave Philosopher came, the philosopher Dave Chappelle, he came like during the Netflix specials and shit like that.
No, I'm
trying to say that. That's when it kind of grew into that. He got older. He got more mature and shit like that.
That's the thing. Time went on.
Yeah, time went on. He got more mature. He's seen life. He kind of sees how everything is going. And he's kind of like, I'm going to really tell you some real shit. I'm going to make you laugh. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to tell you some real fucking shit. You may not like it because it's the truth, and that's why when I look at Sticks and Stones, it reminds me of Eminem's Kamikaze because he was literally just being vintage Dave Chappelle, like how M was vintage M, and everyone just got pissed off at him for being who they truly are, an asshole.
Yeah.
So he's an asshole. Word to McFly. So whatever. So if you're getting mad about it, you know who they are. They say, oh, they should be more mature. Oh, the jokes ain't funny no more. Why? Because it's being a little bit more truthful? Because it's like it's hitting you just a little bit? Man, get the fuck off Twitter. That's what it's.
I don't even think it's necessarily get off a fucking Facebook. Get off a fucking. Yeah, I was about to say that one last. Damn you.
High horse, dog.
I don't even think it's necessarily that it's because it got more true. I think it's just the fact that people they're now seeing it because of social media. So now they know it's true. Because remember when he was making back years ago when he was in DC, oh my God, they're beating the Negroes like hotcakes we didn't have no footage the way we did on social media now.
Right.
So of course everybody laughed at it. It's only years later when you have all the footage of police brutality that when you go back to that, if you're not accustomed to it, then you're like, oh my God, I was laughing this whole time, and there was actually truth into what he was saying.
Or
and really, it goes back, and then in general, it just goes to how people feel about the comedian in general nowadays, which is they hold, for the last 4 years, they've held everybody but the president and his cabinet to higher standards and expectations. Yeah, and it's definitely. Like, that's completely opposite. It shouldn't be that. And so now we've gotten to the point where, again, in dealing with cancel culture and dealing with people that want
in their feelings,
that want to be pressed about every little thing, they want to try to nitpick everything around a comedian in terms of how it's presented and all that. And it's like, that's one area where you're just not going to be able to control. Yeah. Because to me, all a comedian does is just hold up a mirror and show it to everybody and then just say the shit in ways that we all know he or she's not supposed to say it. Right. And really, that's part of the humor in itself.
Oh, yeah. Especially from him.
More so laughing at the fact that it's like, dog, you can't say that. That's really what we're laughing at. But they're in them, exactly. Yeah, and them trying to control it, it's like, that's going to be a battle that you just not... We just saw with Bill Burr a few weeks ago. It's not something you're going to win that battle.
I think they got mad at Chris Rock, too. It was like Chris Rock, Bill Burr, and Dave Chappelle. Back to back, and Adele. And back. Oh, my God. I'm just saying.
That Adele shit.
I know, but she was in the middle. It was like the fucking... I guess the interlude or the halftime show. Then the main event, Dave Chappelle. So, yeah, man. Dave Chappelle's great, man. I want to watch Chappelle's show, but I have it on DVD, and it's I for whatever reason I like the censored versions better because you hear the beeps, and then they have the fucking actual performances on VH1. They actually show the fucking performances, not on the fucking Netflix and on the DVD. They don't show the performances no more. The only one they show is the Kanye and Common shit. But other than that, everything else, nope.
On Netflix, I just watched it this past weekend. They had whichever one that he did with the play on the Sesame Street. Yeah. They had Snoop's performance at the end of that.
Oh, they have? Oh, shit. Oh, so they have the performances now?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
The only difference is they cut the majority of the intro, so it's just the Chappelle show part that leads in with them coming. Yeah,
Okay, for sure.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Let's start this show. I love that shit.
And I like the last thing Dave Chappelle said. He was like, Chappelle's show on Netflix right now. God bless America. And then it just ends. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. That summed up the whole Saturday.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle had to close it out. It was almost like he was like the narrator. Like it was like the epilogue for when Trump got elected. He's like the epilogue, like the storyteller. And then he got kicked out of office. And then he's like the epilogue, summing up everything that happened in those 4 years.
Not to mention the specials that he had in between.
Yeah,
he was the narrator.
Literally like the narrator through everything, man. Dave Chappelle, man.
That's just a trip, man.
Yeah. Well, while that was going on, for the hip-hop community, we were reminded that there's still the tale of two Americas. While we were celebrating the mail-in ballots coming in out of Atlanta and all that going for the election, more violence that we're accustomed to in hip-hop was taking place in the very city on the other side of the spectrum, literally. And around 3:30 in the morning, early Friday, King Von was murdered.
And we were just talking about him last week. Literally just talking about him.
26 years old. They were out there, obviously, celebrating the album.
Yeah.
So they were at the Monaco Hookah Lounge, and an altercation happened. This went down with Quando Rondo, who is signed to NBA Youngboys label.
Really?
And the scuffle happened, and out of nowhere, a gentleman opens fire, literally. Just opens fire, and it's one of those, it looked like it was one of those kidney shots. And he just tumbled, and then another shot hit two members of O Block. The shooter is in custody now,
Figured.
22 years old. Timothy Leaks.
Jesus.
And he suffered a wound. From what I heard, because I really stayed away from this story in terms of trying to get all the details, because it just was one of those, like, you can kind of foresee what's going to take place.
Yeah.
And I just don't, this isn't something that you talk about freely if you're not in the know.
Yeah.
But
Seriously.
there's reports going around that while this was occurring, there was off-duty police that were involved because they just happened to be around the area. So there was misconception about who shot at who and how that goes. It's gotten to the point where Quando Rondo recently just had to cancel his most recent show because Lil Durk allegedly bought all the tables at the next show.
Ooh, shit.
Allegedly.
Hey, man, I'm just going to say that actually happened. You know what I mean? Because that sounds realistic.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing.
No. I even saw footage of allegedly when Lil Durk found out when they were on IG partying, and the commenters were telling them Von's got shot, he got shot, and they were partying, and when he finally looked and saw you just saw his face change, and then the live ended. Like, damn. There's, because
he was all like, I saw that clip, he was like literally like rapping lyrics and shit like that with his boys, and then you see comments part of Von got shot, and then he was looking, and it just stops.
Yeah. It's really frustrating because, again, after you, Martine, came on the show and had let me know, hey, you missed the drop.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit, okay, cool. Now I'm going to plan my weekend. I'm going to listen to Von.
Right.
Go through it a couple times, and we going to go. Friday hit, and I was like, I don't even want to listen now.
Yeah.
Saturday, you mean?
Well, no, this happened early Friday morning.
On Friday morning.
I know, but when the news came out that Von died, it was on Saturday. I remember it was on Saturday.
Yeah, because he had gotten shot on the Friday.
Yeah.
And then the death was announced on Saturday.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was like, I don't even want to listen to it. But I brought myself to do it earlier today. It's really frustrating, man.
Yeah.
Like, just the talent that these guys have.
It was just not too long ago, man. We were talking about Pop Smoke.
And I felt it a way about that, too. Because and I don't want to, make this about me. But just the feeling that where I'm coming from is, I came on this podcast was like, yo, I don't know what it is about these guys, but I hear it. And I see what's going on. And literally in the span of the time that I said, they're gone.
I think it was like a week or two with Pop.
It was like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
It was
and then with the
relatively quick.
King
it was a quick
Von,
turnaround.
It was like,
King Von was a week. It was 5 days after.
Well, I mean, because you talked about it the week, like I think it was the week.
It was a few months ago.
Or a few. All right, yeah. With the previous project.
Yeah,
right? And then I was like telling you, bro, this shit's fucking hard.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean, whatever. And then
a
few days later, it's like fuck.
And maybe this just comes with age. The older you get, the more you have better perspective. I just really wish and hope and pray that the younger generation sees value in being washed. Like, just sees the value in, like, okay, celebrate that scoop, bro. Just go home.
Yeah.
Just go home.
Yeah.
Y'all can sell this shit later. Like
you ain't gotta be lit all the time.
It ain't even like, cause when we were younger, it was like, damn, why are you even shooting? Like, just throw fists and be at it. It ain't even about throwing fists anymore.
I was gonna mention that shit. No, he actually.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay,
it ain't even about throwing fists no more. Cause niggas throw fists and then it leads to this. So it's like it ain't even about that no more. Like, fam, just go home. Just go home. That's all. And I'm not in no way am I putting this on anybody. Like, this ain't about victim. This ain't about you should like. It's not about that. This is a tale for those looking at all this,
right,
and seeing this. You at some point you gotta have value in something bigger than your ego and your pride. Your ego and your pride can't allow you to be blinded by the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because pride and ego in themselves is a fucking monster in itself.
Yeah,
it's a
definitely.
sin. Pride and ego within young 20-somethings with high testosterone is a whole other level.
Yeah.
Pride and ego in 20-somethings with high testosterone that come from environments where they had to scrap to survive is a different fucking story.
Yeah.
And that's what we just saw take place. You saw pride and ego get intertwined with 20-something-year-olds that have spent the majority, if not their entire lives, fighting and struggling to get out of what we would consider the most hellish environments for even our armed veterans to go into war to.
Yes.
It's just like these kids got PTSD from the time they're fucking born.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, they call this shit Chirac, bro. It's based off of what? You know what I mean?
But see, for me, this
war
is
zone.
Of
you know
course.
What I'm saying? Like,
but see, this is bigger than Chicago.
Oh, you talking about?
We talking about the pandemic going on in this country that is poverty.
Yeah. Nah,
like this is a whole situation. Like
I thought I was just strictly sticking with.
You're 100% right in that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the bigger picture of all this work.
Yeah. Right.
Because we know that this is not exclusive to King Von or Chicago.
Right.
We've seen this story take place time and time in hip hop over and over again.
Yeah.
It's just so damn unfortunate where he leaves behind 3 kids.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
So really he's just a kid that was that, and this is no disrespect to King Von. He was a kid that was just maturing into the portion of his life where he was getting into adulthood, fatherhood.
Right.
26 is still young. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
definitely.
I mean, I used to look at 26 like I used to look at 26 when I was 8. Like, oh my god, that's the biggest adult. Then you get there, and you're like, fam, I'm still figuring this shit out.
You're like, shit. Oh, it ain't over yet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying with this whole COVID shit. That's why I was happy when the lockdown first happened and all the clubs were shut down. So I'm going like, okay, these niggas don't have to go to the clubs. They don't have to fight and shit. But then over there in Georgia, you got these fucking Republicans just opening everything up. Literally, Atlanta is literally open up. And I mean, I'm doing the whole Trump shit, the whole hand. everything's opened up and shit like that, and you get situations like this. Yeah.
But see, I think it's even bigger than that because people were still dying while it was lockdown, just not to a higher degree. You know what I'm saying? So
it's Nah, I definitely.
That's what I'm saying. This pandemic exceeds the COVID pandemic because this was here before COVID. It was going on during COVID, and rest assured, when there's a vaccine for COVID, this shit's still going to be going on. So, COVID and all that shit, it may have maybe curbed it, but motherfuckers was going to find a way to get this going if it really came down to it.
Side note, Dr. Fauci did say we'll probably have a vaccine by April. He said wide, go wide all around the country and shit like that. So,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And then when it came to T.I.'s opinions and his
what did T.I. say? I didn't see what he said. What did he say?
Nah, man.
That got everyone mad, including his boss 50.
I got nothing
I'm saying
but
boss
love.
50.
I got nothing but love for T.I. Y'all know how I feel about his music, and I'm saying he's still gonna win the fucking verses next week. He should have just shut the fuck up, man.
But I gotta tell you something, Pippin.
That was some shit.
I gotta edit eloquently. Like what? I didn't see. I was working like all week.
He went on Instagram. His caption was "Handle your beefs in your city. Thanks in advance, King." But the actual picture was Atlanta is a beautiful, progressive city filled with black excellence. We uplift each other and win together. Stop coming here to kill each other. That shit is played out. Management.
I could. When you said all that, I could literally hear T.I.'s voice saying all that shit.
And
literally.
The issue with that is that this didn't occur between Chicago rappers.
Yeah.
It was a rapper from Chicago,
right,
who had an issue with a rapper from Atlanta
or
Savannah. Georgia.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't an issue the way it's being blown out, but at that particular moment, there was an issue.
Right.
That ain't got to do with coming down and beefing. Shit just happened.
Yeah. Shit happens like that in the quick of a second. Some days you just gotta make choices. And you gotta put your pride aside. That's what niggas don't do, like you were saying. Niggas can't swallow their pride and walk away. There are times I could have gotten caught up in some shit, and all you had to do was just, like, you literally have a choice. At that split second, you have a choice. Either you go down this path, because when you go down that path, there's no going back, or you could just swallow your pride and walk away. That's just me. I literally walk away from a lot of situations, because there are times I get in confrontations. Like, it's been very rare, like, God willing. And when it gets to that point, when I see where this is going, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to walk away before something bad happens. But that's just me. So, everyone's different. Everyone has to, show that they ain't chicken. Like on some Marty McFly shit. They have to show that they ain't chicken.
I would hope that OGs that are in position where they've been there, done that, have made it out like T.I.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like 50.
Like Jeezy.
Just OGs just in general. Even ones that go beyond that era of hip-hop.
Yeah.
I remember when Pac and Big, after they were murdered, Minister Farrakhan went and they held the hip-hop summit. If I'm not mistaken, they held it in Chicago.
I think it was...
It was the 97 hip-hop summit where they brought everybody
I think it was in Miami.
Maybe.
It wasn't that when they showed that at Rhyme and Reason, if I remember correctly. I think it was in Florida or Chicago. Part of me wants to think it was in Florida.
But either way,
Don't
they had
people.
that moment where they brought people in. Mm-hmm. I would like to see that be done right now.
That's
like,
what Revolt was.
Something needs to be done to.
Yeah. That's what,
remember what I was talking about with, how you can have a want for hip hop to stay the way that you grew up on, that you actually end up coming across as very, disingenuous is the word that comes to mind, but it's not that. But you become very get off my lawn to kids that could actually end up needing your guidance and mentorship.
Mm-hmm. That was when we had like the old head conversation and shit.
When
like
Ice-T was going at Soulja Boy and shit.
Yeah,
this is the moment where OGs would be. I feel like it's. I don't want to put this all on them because it's not. But to take the opportunity to reach out.
So
and let this new era of rappers know, like, fam, there's so much money out here that we didn't even have access to. Don't do the same shit that we were involved in when we didn't have we were just learning it.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many more opportunities now to just throw it away doing the same shit that we escaped.
I mean, seriously, right now, Waka Flocka, Chief Keef, who else is like kind of like up there like as the OGs now? Waka Flocka, Chief Keef, fucking, I think probably Young Thug too. Damn, they're all low-key like OGs now today. Like, they're still young, but like they're still low-key like the OGs now for these younger rappers and shit.
Yeah, anybody that came out before 2018-19 is...
But you gotta also figure someone who has like a reach with these kids too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, it can't be like Common, because I mean...
Shit, come on, it's common.
Exactly. We fuck with Common, we love the music and all that shit, but like he doesn't like reach the young kids, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
Big Sean.
The generation...
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, that's not. He's not Chicago. He's Detroit.
You
threw me off.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't gotta be from these areas.
I know.
I'm sorry for having a serious, like, I want to laugh, but
Yeah.
to me, this is like, I'm not laughing because this is, I've just seen this shit too many times, and it's like, it don't gotta go down this way.
Nah, I feel you though.
But it's, for me, it's, you don't even gotta be from these areas to reach out to these kids. A lot of these guys that are actually our peers and our equals in terms of age, they've done music with these younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, fuck doing the regional shit. Like, reach out to the little homie that you had featured on the project. Yo,
That's true.
Yo, how you doing?
Nah,
what's
that's real
going on
shit.
with your mental
Yeah.
right now? Talk to me. I'm here.
I think they probably do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I'm sure that
I'm
they
sure-
do,
I'm
but
sure.
it's gotta be more at like
But-
a higher fucking rate though, you know what I mean?
I have to bring it up when T.I. does something like this in public. Now, they probably do, and if they do it private, big ups to them. I'm not saying you gotta do all this shit public for everybody to see. I'm coming off of when I see T.I. do this instead of T.I., doing something private. Yo, I understand this went down in my city. What's going on? How can I get involved? You know what I'm saying? Just act as an OG. For as much as we love Tip, 2020 really hasn't been his better year in terms of his statements. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, he had his statement about his daughter just a few months ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's...
See, T.I. just needs to... T.I. is also one of them niggas that... Player, shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, I like Tip, but he needs to shut the fuck up sometimes.
It's think about...
seriously.
It's really... You just gotta stop and think. And... we just live in an age where it's more important to put the word out on social media first than it seems to be to reach out.
Do that? Why
and give an
do they
understanding.
do that? Why do niggas do that? They always have to go on Instagram.
That's always the first thing, man. Shit.
Like, seriously,
I don't get it.
like as soon as something pops off, they have to go and post a little subliminal on Instagram. Like, always a black screen and one little text going, like, if you got beat up and all of a sudden you're quiet for like a few hours and then you post a little black screen and a little text like, them niggas didn't get me. Or go on them long ass rants and be hella subliminal. Why do niggas do this shit? And then getting their camera and pointing at the camera and shit. I know y'all see me. This is what they do. This is what these niggas do. They just look at this fan, they'll just point at the camera and talking shit, looking at the camera. Like, dude, you know how stupid that is? I can see Pac doing that. I can see Pac doing that shit, though.
Yeah, well, you know,
he would have.
It was a different situation back then, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Still, he would have did that.
he probably would have. I had a Rick James moment right now.
He would have. Pac wouldn't have did that shit. Yeah.
He probably would have.
No, he would have did that shit. Yeah, that nigga would have did that shit. Yeah, I remember.
Pac would have invented that shit.
Yeah.
With the emojis, he would have put the memes with Biggie and shit. Damn. Yeah, that would have been ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was the anniversary of Machiavelli this week. Or like last week, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so what else?
You know how I feel about yeah.
About what?
You know how I feel about
What was the year? Like
anniversaries.
23 years? 26 years? 25?
It's 24.
Oh, shit.
See, so we'll celebrate next year.
It's an even number. It's an even number.
If it don't end in a 5 and a 0, I'm like, alright. Toast to you.
We'll get to it next year.
Get to it next year. It was also like on Friday was the anniversary of American Gangster too. I thought that Joe Biden was gonna they were gonna announce Joe Biden's win on that Friday, but it didn't. It was Saturday. I was like, I guess. Shit. And I think that was a fucking odd off year too. I think it was like 18. It was 18 years. That's cool.
18.
Shit.
American Gangster dropped in what? 2004?
American Gangster dropped 2007, brother.
2007? Then
It's 13.
Oh shit, man.
See, there you go again, man.
And my birthday's on the 13th.
Jesus.
Hey.
Oh,
But and then want to say rest in peace to Mark Blakely, who was the other gentleman involved in that situation that lost his life. He was 34 years old.
34?
Another
Damn,
person got. I don't know if they lived or died, but another person did get shot. So send prayers out to them too. Just this whole situation. It's
just unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, and I'm making a call no matter how far reach this podcast gets.
The whole world, Craig.
I'm making a plea because it doesn't look like it's going to get better anytime soon.
right.
It's almost like the music he put out because didn't King Von just always like his. I didn't listen to. Well, I think I listened to like one song and it was very violent, very aggressively violent.
They come from these backgrounds
Bro,
where
yeah, I was saying, like, you got to remember, he's from Chicago.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
nigga, and I don't know. It's just I'm just really into energy and the power of the tongue, ladies. But no, but it's the power. It's the power of what you say, what you put out in the universe comes back to you. I'm like a firm believer of that shit.
Most definitely, and that's a conversation that I would like to discuss at a later time.
Yeah.
Just timing of everything and reading rooms.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say I would want somebody to step in is because immediately after this took place. You had people going to social media with artillerized weapons saying, this side, we cool, writing all the lists of people that they cool. If you over here and you not them, keep your eyes open.
What the fuck?
Bam, this is some street shit.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're putting it on social media. It's just...
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting at.
well,
like, it's...
that's how you put out a warning.
I know.
That's how you do it. Like, everyone's going to see this shit.
I know. It's just stupid.
I know.
I know.
You know what? It's not even. It's not that it's stupid, bro. It's just that it's new age.
It's a new age. It's a new age gangster.
All it really is.
It's a new age gangster.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into later.
New age gangster. That's
So rest in peace to all of them. Rest in peace to Mo.
I don't know.
A rapper out of Dallas who was murdered today on the freeway.
On the freeway?
Jesus.
Car pulled up onside him while they were in traffic and literally just opened up the clip. It, like, the way people described it, it wasn't just a shot or two. Like, it was to the point where people had to get out their other vehicles and start running because the shots were just coming.
Damn.
Like, and I think Mo was 28. So Mo was signed to Lil Boosie. Mo was next to Boosie on the Mike Tyson podcast.
Yup. When Mike Tyson was giving him game about shit.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's fucking sad, bro.
Rest in peace to him. I want to say keep your prayers for state property.
Why?
In particular, Oshino and Freeway. Both of them lost their sons.
Oh, Skino.
Oskino, thank you.
Yeah.
Oskino's son and his girlfriend actually died in a car accident. And they left behind a 2-month-old baby girl.
That's fucked up.
Freeway's son, Jihad, passed away at the age of 20. As far as I know, no details have been released about how they passed or transitioned, but they have transitioned. So definitely want to send thoughts, prayers, and loves to those two and state property in general.
Yeah, not definitely.
As a brotherhood and as a unit.
Right.
Prayers out to the baby. His older brother, Glenn Johnson, died of a self-inflicted gunshot. He was 34 years old. So the baby's been reserved, but when he has talked, he's been speaking about mental illness.
I think I saw what he said. He was saying he's almost become numb to it.
Yeah.
Because he lost a lot of shit. Like his dad. Didn't his dad die after, like, I think when Bop went #1 or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Talked about it in the intro and shit like that. So he's damn near numb to this shit. He's still topping the charts and he's losing family members and friends and shit.
Yeah.
Damn shame.
And while that was going on within our hip-hop community, in the broader mainstream community, Alex Trebek, famous host of Jeopardy, he unfortunately lost his battle with cancer.
At 80. Man, Alex Trebek, man, my grandma watched his show. My grandma and my great-grandmother, like, rest in peace, my great-grandmother, they watched Jeopardy religiously.
Same with my grandpa.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Literally, when I was just a thought in my daddy's balls, Alex Trebek was on Jeopardy. Okay? like, I was like, and then even born, he always kind of looked the same to me. Huh?
I burped, so I was like, excuse me.
Oh, that's how you burp. But, yeah, man, him and Alex Trebek and Pat Sajak. Pat Sajak literally looks the same. That's what Botox does to you.
Yeah.
Just keeps you frozen.
Yeah.
Nah, but rest in peace, Alex Trebek. He fought a long battle with cancer for like a year, and they already taped like 35 episodes. You know,
Yeah, they still got him in the cut.
they're gonna air them all the way up to like the holiday season. They're already looking for another host. That's gonna be wild. Show don't stop, but that's
crazy.
gonna be wild, man. But again, Alex Trebek, man, that like, damn, I'm still just thinking about that shit. Like, he really was around since I was a kid. Since I was
He's a
little.
staple in a lot of households. Somebody,
7 o'clock, Jeopardy, baby.
Yep.
Somebody had made
Wheel of Fortune.
7:30. That's Wheel of Fortune.
Somebody made a statement that they one time in, like, this goes back in '93. They got snowed in with, at the time, their girlfriend while they were in college, and for 2 weeks they were watching Jeopardy, and he was like, and she was beating my ass, and that's when I looked at her and I was like, oh, I need to marry you. This man, like, literally got a marriage together, and it's like, it's not. I wouldn't doubt that so many people's marriages can be.
Jeopardy's on Netflix.
Can have a Jeopardy story attached to their marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wasn't Jeopardy in White Man Can't Jump? Yeah, he was on White Man Can't Jump.
Yes, it was.
It's on Jeopardy's on Netflix. Like a whole, I don't know if you call it a season, just a whole, I guess, the tournaments and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, man, you can put that shit when you go to sleep, man.
I liked how he was very subtle with throwing shade too. Like, he was real laid back.
Yeah.
Very nonchalant.
Yeah. I remember there was this girl, she was talking about a new style of
nerd rap.
And she was explaining it.
And he just stared at her.
He just like
very nonchalantly.
Just looked at her. And like, after she got done explaining, he's like, "Oh, so a loser."
So losers.
Yeah.
He said it so nonchalant, didn't laugh or nothing. He said, so losers.
Yeah.
Like the sitting president right now. Loser.
Yeah, so rest in peace to Alex Trebek. Sean Connery passed away as well too.
He lost last week. I hella forgot. Did y'all see the Endgame memes? The Endgame fucking shit when they had Joe Biden's face on Captain America and they had all the fucking Democrats come out and
All
then
the jokes was riding everywhere.
And then when they showed Rocket, they had Sean Connery's face. I was like, what the fuck is Sean Connery? I swear to God, rest in peace, Sean Connery. I thought he passed away like years ago. Like, I swear to God, I thought he passed because he hasn't done movies in years. I think the last one he did was what's that movie called? The black dude, Not Finding Forrester.
I was gonna say Finding Forrester or not?
That was Finding Forrester. That's what it's called, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That was his last one. That was the last movie he did. No, it was the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That was the last one. Yeah. James Bond, fucking Indiana Jones' dad. On the Jeopardy. He wasn't even on Jeopardy like that, but on SNL and shit like that. Oh man, Sean Connery, he's a legend, legendary actor.
Yeah. Rest in peace to everybody. Like, it was just one of those 2 weeks where it was just...
Yeah, it was a crazy stretch.
Literally, I couldn't... This was, if you really want to know the epitome of two Americas, and this is... I don't mean to separate Alex Trebek and Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Again, those are more...
Pop culture.
Mainstream pop culture.
Yeah.
But if you really wanted to know the difference between two Americas, it was the deaths in the hip-hop community over the past couple weeks. None particular more, obviously, than King Von. That taking place in Atlanta.
Yeah.
When the world was celebrating Atlanta showing up.
Right.
Particularly black.
Yes.
Atlanteans showing up. And then this happens on, deep in the cut. And really the heart of Atlanta.
That's wild,
man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how else to describe it other than that is the tale of two Americas.
And like I've said before, don't ever say your vote doesn't count, people. Don't ever, that shit's dead. Like, don't ever say your vote doesn't count. It's proven that your vote count. That's the reason why these Republicans were literally trying to suppress the vote.
Yep.
Niggas stayed in line. They literally, I was talking to Edgar about this. People were really in line risking getting COVID. They were risking their lives to vote this bitch ass nigga out. What a time, man. What a world, Craig. What a world. What a world.
How do you do diligence?
You gotta do it. That's why cases are going up right now. Because cases are going up right now all across America. And I told my mom, like, yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. Because everyone went out and voted. It wasn't because of Halloween parties and shit.
I mean,
nah. It was because
a combo of everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, man. Like, you could put it on voting, you could put it on the Halloween shit, you could put it on whatever. It's literally all this shit.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean, when I'm talking about all this shit, I mean all the aforementioned.
Shit, we saw the Dodgers get COVID live.
I was gonna say, exactly. Plus sports, plus the fucking restaurants that are opening up, plus the fucking, all this shit.
Yeah, it was the major apex. It was the final apex
of 2020.
The big apex of 2020. Like, this obviously we still got Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that, but this moment was literally the apex of it all. And when we tell all this shit was happening at one time.
And when we have kids, we're gonna say, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, we survived that shit.
Fuck.
I'm telling my kids, I had to shoot Adam Silver a mean 1,000 to get inside the bubble. And I was trying to run on the court, but niggas was like, nah, you can't get that close to LeBron. And I was like, I respect the nigga, I respect it. But just roll the trophy out one time, let the nigga hold it one time, you know what I'm saying? I had the picture, but the Secret Service was in the bubble too. Man, they told me erase that shit, so I had to erase it. But they gave me the shirt, so I got the shirt.
Speaking of NBA, have y'all seen like the graphics for 2K?
Yeah.
You see how they do that shit looking more real they had LeBron. They literally got his hairline. They got Steph Curry.
No. They gave LeBron his hairline back.
Oh yeah.
2K didn't even trip me out. It was it was MLS.
Really?
Soccer game.
It looked that
real? They had a still frame of the motherfucker. I thought that shit was a picture.
Wow.
Look close and I was like, oh.
Those are graphics.
Yeah. Let's see if I can pull that motherfucker up.
Yeah, because if y'all don't know, because people are getting their PS5 now. Gentlemen, I hope your girl got your PS5 now because they're all shipped. Like, they're out now, PS5 and the Xbox, what's it called?
Xbox Series X and S.
Whatever that shit's called.
There's two of them.
I know.
So one's the Xbox Series X, the other one's the Xbox Series S.
Which one you getting?
When all this shit settles down, I'm gonna go with the X.
I'm getting the PS5. I'm just waiting till everything just like clears out because everyone wants to be the first.
I don't play games enough to be in that wave.
Same here.
This is all about instant gratification and stunting for the gram and all that shit.
Exactly, because everyone literally got because the only game that's getting launched is the Spider-Man game, and that's just coming out for the PS4 too. So it's like I can literally just either wait, and I got my money right. It's like for Christmas, it's like the older I get, all I want is a PS5, and I'm just gonna get that for Christmas.
I was gonna say, man, but it's gotta look way fucking better on the PS5.
It's only going to be on the PS5. Oh, and the PlayStation 4.
PS4.
Either way, everything looks better on the PlayStation. How about that?
Anyways.
Yeah, but look at this shit.
Shit.
Whoa.
Nah, I think the Steph Curry was one. Wow. Let me see that
No,
shit.
that does look fucking amazing.
You remember the Steph Curry? You saw the Steph Curry picture when they showed the 2K trailer? That
Yeah,
shit
no, it looks
real.
good. But I'm just saying, like, motherfucker got all his damn pimples and shit.
Yeah.
That's the fuck.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, it might be one of them cutscenes, but still.
Nah, that's probably...
Either way, bro.
Yeah,
Either way.
How can all that
shit's
shit look cool and Madden
clean.
still looks like PlayStation 3?
Because I got
Fucking,
helmets
NBA Live, they were trying to bring back some shit. Like,
No.
come on.
Come on, Craig.
You know, I'm definitely
on.
I'm gonna be excited when I get that, but I'm not in any rush.
Me
Like,
either.
right.
And then plus they said they're not even gonna have them at GameStop or Walmart or Target. I'm just gonna wait till like December.
Yeah.
Like and have that shit shipped to me. Shit.
Shit, I might even wait out till the spring. You know,
That too.
I might get one more 2K out of my my Xbox One, and then just wait until
And
next
that's it.
year just to get everything out.
I get you.
I mean, I might as well. Like, it's an off year for
Everything.
NBA, anyways. Like, 2K's already out, and we still gotta have the draft next week. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those years where it's like,
I was gonna talk about that now. Yeah. So LeBron, everyone's resting until Christmas. When it's holiday week, NBA back. December 22nd. And we right back to it.
y'all ready for the schedule? Y'all ready
man.
for the schedule? I got the schedule right here, people.
got
God damn, you
Damn.
got the schedule already?
Of course he does. It's JC.
So,
No, I know, but
Well,
that's what
no,
I'm saying.
but no,
Like,
this is not-
even
no.
if being JC is like, bruh, you got the fucking schedule already.
no, not that schedule. Not that schedule. The off-season schedule.
Ah,
Okay,
boo.
cool.
I'll tell you, I was like, damn, you got it already?
Man, you had me tripping. I was like, how do I not have this shit? What the fuck is going
The
on?
off-season
Like-
schedule. The ones that we've already known, but they've now
Yeah.
added and confirmed the dates.
Yeah.
So we already knew the
okay.
draft was next Wednesday.
Right.
Okay, so that's going to fall through. 48 hours after the draft completes, we will have free agency moratorium period.
Moratorium.
Which is from Friday, November 20th, 6 p.m. Eastern time, all the way until Sunday,
oh, so through
November
Thanksgiving.
22nd.
Damn, dude, Thanksgiving.
No, that's not Thanksgiving. That's literally just 2 days.
Oh, okay, never mind.
At 12:01 p.m. The moratorium period, for those who don't know, is the period where you can work out deals, but you can't officially sign.
Yep.
When it hits 12:01 p.m. Eastern time, that Sunday, 48 hours later, or however many hours later, that's when they can officially sign. Salary cap is going to be the exact same as it was this season. Take it how you will. Some will say that's a good thing. For other teams, it's going to suck. For me and Martine, hey-yo.
Here we go.
That's perfect for us. $109 million with $132 million if you include the luxury tax.
Wow.
I'm cool with that. Training camp is set at a tentative date, so it's not 100%, but it's more than likely December 1st. Preseason to be determined, but they're only running 3 games. Season kicks off Tuesday, December 22nd.
Shit. I heard there's a rumor that the Christmas game might be the Lakers and Warriors. That's what
I welcome it. Either way, we're going to have to open up tip-off night because we got to put the banner up.
in an empty-ass stadium,
yep.
an empty-ass arena.
That we don't know yet.
Nah, that actually did come out. The Lakers are gonna say. I think it was like the first half of the season for sure.
Okay, so first half in
Because you know Gavin
California.
Newsom ain't gonna allow that shit.
Well, everywhere else they gonna
I
have.
know.
They gonna have
And all the
fans
other
up.
states, yeah, but Gavin Newsom?
Yeah.
No. Well,
All right, we got the
further
answer.
notice.
Let me
Yeah.
see what it say. It says NBA champion said they will not have fans at home games for upcoming season until further notice. So yeah, like I said, Gavin Newsom is like no. So you can put the screens up, and you can put crowd noise and shit. But yeah,
I don't give a fuck, man. As long as we get that banner up there, you know what I'm saying?
I'm good.
that's all that matters.
That's all
at
that
the end of
matters
the
to
day.
me.
And y'all notice we ain't talking about football because
Oh no, I'm not done with basketball.
I know it was a joke because
Exactly. Shut up.
This is like one of the people where it's like, yeah, we didn't bring him. It's like you weren't supposed to bring it up to begin with. Why
I
you
know.
talking?
Nah,
Just
what are
go
you
with the
doing?
joke.
What are you
It's a
doing?
Nah, we had to go with your shit. Well, you already
know, it's a joke.
called one at the beginning of the show.
It was a joke, nigga. Take it.
You don't get
Take
multiples.
It was a joke. Just take it.
It's a horrible.
So with that being said, in terms of how free agency is supposed to maneuver, they still don't know when they're going to open up the market for trades. They're saying they're probably going to start on the 16th, which is 2 days before the draft. In the meantime, word has already gotten out that players and agents have already been contacting teams like, yo, if you want to trade for me, this is what I'm looking at for an extension. So this is probably what you're going to need to get it done. I'm willing to go. You just got to make it go with my current team. So they already making moves at this point, not even waiting, which It's fine with me. I don't give a fuck.
I don't even care, to be honest.
Some of the biggest rumors that have happened as of now.
That broke today.
You got CP3 and the Suns. We're going to see how that plays out.
Dog, if the Suns are, maintain Booker and Ayton and who else they got? I know they got somebody else recently.
If they keep Kelly on board and don't send him to OKC,
That's who it was.
that's perfect for them.
Dog, that move makes all the sense in the world. Like, seriously.
The Hawks. I think I came on here towards the end of the regular season, and I was like, if you're not watching the Hawks, watch them. Because they're a nice NBA League Pass team, especially after they traded for Capella.
Yeah.
You said they're like one piece away, damn near, like you've been telling
Well,
me.
they might get two, the way they talking.
Who they getting?
They're interested in going after Drew Holiday. And they've already made it clear that they're going after KCP.
Okay.
You add Drew Holiday and KCP to a lineup that already has Trae Young, Jason Collins, and Clint Capella.
Yep.
That is a top 5 NBA League Pass team as far as I'm concerned.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like that.
Nah,
You want to talk about
a guy that can work off the dribble. You got a guy that could shoot, a spot up shooter.
Yeah.
Big men. You know what I mean? Like, and Trae Young.
Yeah.
Just in case you forgot.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's Atlanta.
Yeah.
Black ass head coach. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's
definitely. Man.
it's-
Like, the recipe is there.
Yeah, they're going to have the MLK jerseys. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. And those shits.
And they're probably
That's
going to have a
nice,
full
man.
arena. They're probably going to have a full arena.
Yeah.
Probably. Shit.
That's scary to think about. But maybe when Biden comes in, he probably might crush that shit. But who knows?
Who knows, man?
I mean, he won't concern the Super Bowl about to have 20%.
He can
You
still
can't
crush
stop.
it.
You can't stop one and let the other one go.
No, he probably will.
You got a point, man.
He probably will. You never know. Still got till January. We got till January. Who knows? Go on.
So the Hawks for sure. And then word came out today, initially, that it was Westbrook and Harden that were looking on the outs from Houston. Immediately afterwards, it came out that Harden was like, "No, I'm good. I'm all locked in for Houston."
Bye, Russell.
And Westbrook he's like, "I just don't trust the situation that we're in right now."
Right.
And so what I looked at that was Houston. Tragic.
Houston. We have a problem.
Yeah.
They've been having problems. For how many years? How many seasons?
No, but this is the big one, man.
Wow, this is a big one.
Because D'Antoni's not there anymore. Daryl
yeah.
Morey's with Philly as their GM now, or
So
president.
just burn it down.
Like,
Just burn it all down.
yeah, this is a different hit.
Yeah, y'all curb stomped them. Y'all took their soul.
No, we didn't do it.
Damian Leonard did.
That
didn't
was,
do it. We just kind of helped a little.
That's what I mean. You curb stomped them.
No, that
Took them
wasn't
out their
us.
misery.
pushed it over there.
That wasn't us. That was an internal battle and struggle, and all we
Yeah.
did was just bring it to light. We
Right.
didn't have much. I would say it if we were constantly beating their ass every year in the playoffs, but
That was the Warriors that did
Yeah.
that.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even give credit to the Warriors because they didn't finish the job. They
Yeah.
allowed us to do it. Which, surprise, we got to clean up the Pacific Division's garbage. Huh. Who would have thought?
Not I.
Yeah. But Westbrook
Psych.
Westbrook is officially on the market. There's word that Michael Jordan is interested in bringing him to Charlotte.
They say he might go to the Clippers.
Word that there's the Clippers. And then there's the ultimate, oh my God, I'm going to hell.
What's that? The Knicks?
The New York Knicks.
Oh my God, I'm going to hell. You're going to the Knicks, baby. In an empty MSG too, at that? Oh, that is trash. That
I won't wish that on nobody.
Nah, seriously, bro. That just put a hurt in my stomach. Like,
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You'll do it.
He probably would.
Fam, that's just
I mean-
that's just the announcement of this is all just the announcement of we are playing December 22nd.
Yes.
All this came with it.
Yes.
They were
yes,
talking
yes.
about that this year it's gonna be turkey and trades.
Turkey and trades.
And I can't wait.
You're going to be sitting at your dinner eating. You're going to be sitting at Thanksgiving dinner, your phone will go out. Yeah, you got traded, bro. Huh?
Yeah.
Pack up your food, pack up your shit. You're going to New York, not the Nets.
Remember, Thanksgiving is what, the 26th or some shit like
It's
that?
always the last.
26.
It's the last fucking weekend
Thursday.
of
It's the last Thursday, so it's the 26th. And then if
Yeah.
they talking about training camp starts December 1st,
Ain't that a bitch?
niggas gonna have to get hotels real quick and while they get all that moving and all that shit popping.
Ain't that a bitch?
Oh, and then important to know about the season, it's a condensed 72 games. It's going to be just like the 2012 season when they had to play 66 and you were fucking teams were playing 4 to 5 games in a week and all that shit.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun for y'all.
It's gonna be fun.
The players.
There's gonna be a game practically every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna
And
be
this
fun.
time they're not
A lot
gonna
of
be
load management this time
us,
around.
though, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
For our team, there's going to be a lot of fucking load management.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't putting LeBron ain't playing 72 games this year.
Hell no. I don't think he's even played till what? Like, maybe till the
LeBron,
inauguration.
LeBron will play tip-off, and
Like, for
LeBron
real.
will play Christmas. And we ain't seeing that nigga for a week.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe even
maybe
2.
longer than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which on one hand it's like, but on the other hand I'm actually cool with it because then we can see what the team looks like with Anthony Davis as
That's true.
As the true range.
The star.
Yeah. And then they take Anthony Davis out, LeBron comes in for a few games. We just my whole thing is after 20 games, if we 11-9, I'm cool. I ain't tripping.
So like,
Bruh, even if we at 500, you know what I'm saying?
I'm cool.
Like,
so usually
it's
like
good.
the wait for y'all, if there was no COVID and shit, it's like regular. So it'll be after June or July. That's when the finals is over, right? June
ends in the finals, and then usually
October.
a week to 10 days later is the draft.
Yeah.
The week after that is when the free agency stuff happens. Then everybody has that month or two off.
And then October.
And then September is when they come back to start training camp and the press day.
Oh yeah.
And
The
then
opening
preseason
interview
runs
show.
into October, and then the second or third week of October the season starts.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
So y'all like 3 months
Damn,
off.
bruh. The fact that you can fucking remember all that shit.
Well,
Cause
no,
I'm
usually
thinking to
that's-
myself, I'm like, I don't know when this
Because the
is.
NFL, it's NFL after Super Bowl. Shit, February, March, April, May. June.
No, that's not true. March free agency happens.
No, I'm talking about when we get to the games. Like as a fan, when you have to watch the games and shit like that when the season starts.
Yeah, it's a 6 month wait, but football's going
Yeah,
like
football's year round,
Yeah.
NBA's year round, and it's funny because it's always been this way. We just never really were in on it like
Yeah,
that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Now that we are like we're of that age and shit.
It's just wild to think that
Yeah.
even when COVID hit, Roger Goodell was like, "Nah, this is still going."
Yeah, y'all still playing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shit, he said y'all still playing. Now they're looking at this shit like, all right, we got to make a couple plans
Just in case.
just in case this shit goes through because now
Everybody getting COVID.
they got 71 cases and since November started up until this point.
Oh, I thought since October.
God.
No, it's a period since November started up until now.
To the 11th?
Yeah, maybe there was a few days in October, but I know it was that's what they were focused on.
Like just
Where
most of
it's-
this month or whatever.
Where it's because they're not only factoring in the players, they're factoring in staff.
Yeah.
So they've had 71 cases, which is the highest of any period that they've taken to do that data. Mm-hmm. So now the NFL is like, okay, we got to have three plans. The first plan is we're able to breeze through and we get this regular season done. All right. Second plan is we might got to just skip an extra week or so, or we might have to push to week 18 just to get these games to match up, and then we'll go from there. The third plan is, fuck, if we got to close this shit up early and we got to wait, fuck it. We're going to have to open up the bracket like the NBA. And it's going to be a 16-team playoff bracket for the fucking Super Bowl.
Well then.
That's interesting. That would be interesting.
I'm low-key hoping for plan C.
Just do plan C.
I'm low-key hoping COVID kind of sways the whole league and they got to shut down for a little while.
That would be interesting. Now that you described it, I was like, because at first I was like 16 again, and then when you said NBA and I was thinking of how it would look, I'm like, that would be interesting.
No team would get a bye. That's basically what it boils down to.
That would be a trip, dude.
Because
like, seriously.
no team gets a bye because you've already been off for a week or two. Let's go.
You would know who's really the toughest team in America. I want that.
I'm saying, let's
I
go.
want that. And then the crappy teams can really show how good they are. If they're really
Or
bad,
they just get real lucky and they just catch them on that off week when
Yeah.
it was supposed to be week 15.
would that be an
Oh, now I
asterisk?
just want my wild card.
Would that be an asterisk trophy?
I ain't asterisk shit.
I don't mean either.
Bruh, like here's my thing about the whole asterisk.
Nah, fuck
shit.
that. Nah, I know asterisk.
Take
that
the
would be
asterisks and shove it up their ass.
Shove it
Yeah.
up your candy ass.
Word to the rock.
I'll just be making fun of my friends that were saying the NBA bubble was an asterisk because it's like, it happened to you too. Y'all had to close down, you stupid motherfuckers. Now look at you.
No, I like
You
plan
dissed the NBA, and now you got playoffs like the NBA.
I like Plan C. I like Plan C. The word of Khaled. I like that. I like Plan C. That means the Niners might no.
It means you get Week 16 and Week 17 of meaningful football.
Yeah,
That part's true.
yeah.
But you still wrong.
But how you said that? But you still wrong. We gotta talk about it now.
Shit.
Niners, come to the stand.
Do we have to?
Come to the stand.
I mean, you can talk about it. I was going to gloss over it. And I mean,
Somebody
gloss over it.
did
I was
this.
gonna say, yeah, they asked what next.
Damn.
What do you want? What do you want? Like,
trash now.
I told you what Devontae was going to come in and do in that.
No.
statement.
I just the whole. Cause after that, I was low key thinking about the election, so I didn't really give a fuck. Like we got smacked.
I came on
on
here.
Thursday Night Football.
I came on here and I told all the
we
listeners
know.
what my young bull was about to go do against the 49ers. It hurt me, but family and loved ones first. I'm sorry. I said those were going to happen. I said Devontae was going to come in and he was going to beat the brakes off. And I think his first or second catch,
Aaron
this
Rodgers
motherfucker
just
caught that shit right in the end zone. And I was like, yep. It's going to be one of them nights, baby.
Yeah. I was at work.
I had
watched
my
that
shit.
game,
Well, I was giving updates in the group chat.
Oh no, I knew.
I know.
I turned to it when CNN went to commercial. Yeah, I went to it. I'm like, nope, I'm going back to MSNBC. So I just looked at their little scoreboard, like how they were touching the screens and shit. That was more entertaining than that Niner game.
Yeah.
We're trash now, man.
I will say the most entertaining part for the Niners was the wide receiver James.
Oh, Ricky James.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Salute to that guy.
Yeah, definitely.
They said we might get Josh Johnson as a quarterback.
Yeah. He's cool.
Yeah.
He can't play. He can't replay his defense.
He can't do much worse.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
He can't play much worse. We got
Not
kicked
at
in the
all.
nut. And God just said, Aaron, you have a choice. Either I get rid of Trump, or your Niners go to the Super Bowl. Make a choice. Sorry, y'all.
Hey.
That bothers me.
No, I'm talking to the
don't give a
people.
fuck, bro.
I'm talking to the people, to the faithful. I'm sorry. He had to go.
Had to go.
Motherfucker might not see the Niners in the Super Bowl for another 20. See, you can't say shit like you can't say nothing about Jed York. You can't say nothing about management.
Can't say nothing.
Like
I gotta talk to myself.
you are stuck now.
Well, I mean, Jed York. How long was that? 4 years ago. We've been doing this podcast 4 years ago. That anger went away for Jed York.
Oh no, of course. But I'm saying if he fucks up again, and he does
I
shit,
can't say
like,
nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it's George Lynch, Martino or
George Lynch.
John Lynch. I'm sorry.
No, I'll correct
I
that
mean,
one.
you the one that hates John
Oh,
Lynch.
Boy, do I got some shit to say about John Lynch.
I know.
I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like,
I know, you were right.
I've seen it from the jump.
I know. And I told you to
And
have
I'm not
faith.
saying that this was the only thing that happened, you know what I mean? But it was the most
Busby told
prominent
you to
one.
have faith, and then he turned on you.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I should have faith.
Yeah.
Have faith in John
Now
Lynch.
Busby can't say shit to you.
Except
I'm just saying,
I was sending
my
what's his name? What's his name? The dude you want to get rid of? The dude that he got rid of.
DeForest Buckner.
Buckner was like, "Yeah, man, I wanted to stay.
Oh my god,
And
that
I said
shit
that.
hurt.
I read that, and I'm like,
That
I'm gonna
shit
send this to
hurt.
Martine.
That shit hurt, man. Cause like the
That's
funny thing is,
Democrats.
That's the.
man, fuck out of here with that. But anyways, nah, what you call it? I really
gotta
feel
talk
like
about that. Believe it.
Y'all can go ahead and talk about that shit afterwards, all right? I'm just gonna let me say what I gotta say
let's
about
not talk
fucking
about it.
about
No,
the
let's not do
DeForest
that.
Buckner shit, all right? When it fucking happened, I was just pissed.
I know you were.
The
I remember.
reason why I
You
was,
know?
I know y'all know. I'm talking to the people right
To the
now.
people.
All right.
We need that soundbite.
The reason why I was pissed is because there was a choice between two of the defensive ends, defensive linemen, whatever. I'm gonna go with that. DeForest Buckner played well, no matter who was lined up next to him.
Yep.
Every fucking year that he was in the league, and you've seen him get exponentially better every year.
That's a TI word.
Thank you.
Long ass words. You gonna call it the TI word?
Armstead, on the other hand, the first year when he was drafted, he didn't do shit. You want to know why?
Why?
Because DeForest Buckner wasn't there yet. Once DeForest Buckner got there, his play got better. Then we got Bosa and Ford. And Ford happened to come in on his, contract year? Everybody plays better on the contract year, right? So, with Ford playing better, Bosa needing a double team, Buckner in the middle, Who's the guy that's gonna end up with 10 sacks, Busby?
The Ding.
That's right, Eric Armstead. And that's who the Niners chose. The one guy who didn't do shit by himself, and it was proven year after year after year that he needed DeForest Buckner. He needed everybody else to be good.
It's like having the brain, the heart, the stomach, but you chose the femur bone.
Ding, motherfucker, ding! Nah, real
price is
fucking
right.
shit, dude. And when I found out we traded Buckner, I was like, oh, thanks a lot, John Lynch. You just set us back.
Yeah, keep the faith.
Yeah, keep the faith. Next year.
Yeah, keep the faith next year. Because COVID happened, we need the fans back. When the fans come back, then we're going to get good.
I'm just saying, I'm
Watch
extremely
suck
fucking
again.
salty right now.
No, you have a
Extremely
reason to.
fucking salty.
You can say fuck John Lynch at the end of the podcast. Like, I used to say
I'm
fuck
cool.
Jet York.
I'm just
say
gonna
fuck
say
John
it like
Lynch.
this.
Just
You
say fuck John
told me
Lynch.
to trust John Lynch, but
Yes.
how can you trust a man whose last name is Lynch?
Okay, you got me there.
And now we shall move on.
He was lynching niggas.
Niggas! He was lynching niggas!
This time it was Buckner.
Shit.
Well, the Madden curse, when you talk about the Democrats, the Madden curse is getting Lamar Jackson. Because if y'all listen, it was Rich Eisman. He was on there talking, and he pretty much saying it's getting really frustrating out there because when he's going with defense, he's hearing defensive people calling out his plays, and now he's getting spooked. And then I was talking to Martine about like before you showed up, and I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. And then I remembered who his fucking offensive coordinator is. Who is it, people? You guessed it, Greg Roman.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, when he was the Niners offensive coordinator,
Jim Harbaugh,
me and my brother legit would call every single play that he was about to run. So if you don't understand what that means, he's predictable as fuck
until it's crunch time.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, no! When it's crunch time, he switches everything.
Yeah, he goes away from what we're used to.
Instead of running the ball, let's try to throw the ball to
every time
in the corner.
I'll say this about Lamar Jackson
Over and over.
I have a vested interest in Lamar Jackson with him being on one of my fantasy teams. Mm-hmm. The first half of the season has been rough. It ain't Madden curse rough. He's still finding ways to pull the W's out.
Yeah.
I mean, the really bad game that he had was against the Pittsburgh Steelers. If I'm not mistaken, Pittsburgh's 8-0. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like...
Yeah. No, definitely.
But when you say that...
There's that. But the second half of the Colts game, he showed up and showed out. He got the job done. They won the game.
Right.
But when you're going on radio shows saying that defenses are calling out your plays, and you say that live, and other teams hear you say that,
and you're saying that you're frustrated, you're making it known that you're frustrated about this situation. It's like,
that's easy to understand, but you gotta remember too, he's also a third-year quarterback. So we forget that. Like, really, the quarterback, you're gonna need about 4 or 5 years to really get adjusted in. Now, he's looked great those first few years, but to really evaluate the quarterback, we sometimes lose focus and get lost in the talent and just the raw production.
Right.
We forget he's still only in his third year.
Yeah.
Because remember, you can understand that frustration versus when Cam was in Carolina and Clay Matthews was calling out his play and he's like, "Oh, you've been watching film, huh? All right, watch this." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just comes with being a veteran.
That's the bravado of Cam.
You know
what I mean? But
see, that also
I'm
comes
not down in that.
That just comes with being a veteran too.
But
the biggest issue. Hold on, let me just get this off real quick. The biggest issue is that Greg Roman already has a history of this.
Yeah.
Meaning, after 4 years. 3 to 4 years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what he's gonna do.
Right. And he's with Big Brother Harbaugh too at that.
And he's still with the Harbaughs.
Right.
Like,
so for me, it has less to do with Lamar Jackson versus
the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
That's
now,
what we're talking about.
If you want to talk about curse,
who we going to?
Somebody did this.
Let's talk about Tom Brady himself.
Boy! Boy!
I owe Drew Brees an apology.
You sure do. You called him washed, and he heard JC said, some nigga named JC said he called me washed. That's exactly what he says.
No, he's still washed. I owe him an apology because it wasn't the fact that I called him washed. It was the fact that I said he was washed And Tom Brady looked like he'd go another 3 years.
Oh, yeah, you did say that. You owe Drew Brees an apology.
That's why I owe Drew Brees an apology. Drew Brees still look washed, and he going to be out the league pretty soon. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
But
the way they
Tom Brady ain't that far ahead of him like I thought it was going to be.
On a Sunday night on NBC on prime time. This ain't Fox. This is NBC. This is where the big boys play
This ain't CBS, nigga.
This ain't no CBS.
That's the whole time. Tom Brady's whole year at the Bucks. This ain't CBS.
Every time he plays and he throws makes a bad throw, I'm like, nigga, this ain't CBS.
Yes.
Tony Romo ain't here to save you, my nigga. You throwing with the big boys.
This is Fox. You playing on
For
Fox.
those who don't understand the significance of it, when you live out here on the West Coast, you used to seeing big time games on Fox. That's just how it goes.
Yes.
AFC traditionally has been known to be a CBS game. That's why I associate the AFC with boring ass games.
With boring ass commentary.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Boring ass commercials.
But when Tom
Everything
Brady
boring.
said, I've had enough of the AFC East.
I'm enough of boring. I want my life to
I want to come and be exciting.
I want my life to be toxic,
Nigga,
like a female.
You must have forgot. You was over 40, and you trying to be up in the club with the youngins.
And then they're just
And
running.
them youngins is looking at you like prime steak, my nigga.
The Saints was marching all on their ass with Antonio Brown. Dude.
Bro, I was gonna say, man.
With Antonio Brown.
Breaks off their ass, man.
totally
They beat the Bucks off their ass. Like, I was watching this, like, what was it, 3 interceptions?
Yeah. Fam, Marcus Lattimore got Mike Evans in shackles their last 3 games.
Good.
You want to know Mike Evans' stats the last 3 games? 0 catches.
Ugh.
Ooh, shit.
Let me repeat that. Mike Evans, top tier receiver.
Can't guard Mike.
0
That's
catches.
the wrong Mike.
And if I'm not mistaken, fuck, what was the stat like? 'Cause
It's
it
just
was
0.
No. This is important because Marcus Lattimore put his 2 cents in when he saw the stat. Remember, Marcus Lattimore and Mike Evans, for those who do remember, they've been going at it because remember when Jameis was part of the Bucks, when he stepped on the field and he poked Marcus Lattimore in the back of the head, and Lattimore stepped up and shoved him, and Mike Evans came out of nowhere and shoved him to the ground. They've had beef since then. So that brings us to where's this?
That was sad. That was sad again. And the Patriots ain't doing. Oh, the Patriots won Monday. Cam showed out. It was a good game too. Who they go against? The Jets.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, you saying Cam showed out, but he showed out against the Jets, and you call him that good?
Well, yeah, it's just
We
pity.
beat the Jets.
It's pity. It's pity.
We beat the Jets.
Hey, a win's a win, man.
Win to win.
I'm just saying.
Because if it was on the other foot, they'd be making fun of him for losing to the Jets.
because you're losing to the Jets. You should not lose that game. To me, it's not like nothing to be proud of. It's just like, all right, you won, cool. Like you didn't play like complete shit because you beat the Jets.
If the Jets beat you, then you in trouble.
I'm going
Then
to
you
tell.
trash.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I told Lakers haters when we went to the bubble and they were talking that asterisk shit. I don't give a fuck if one of the teams that we got to play is the 10 and under YMCA boys basketball team. You put them on the court and we beat their ass. I'm talking my shit.
Yeah.
That's just how JC No Hundreds rolls, baby.
It's the truth.
I don't give a fuck.
Get you.
It's the truth.
I get you.
It's the truth.
I
I agree with JC.
I done told my
To
look.
me, it's whatever, bro.
Look, in my personal life, one of my homeboys and I, we was going back and forth just joking, and he was going a little too tough in terms of his basketball. I told him, yo, man, put your son on the court. I'm dunking on little man.
Didn't you say if the WNBA was in 2K and it's intergender, you're gonna pick the Lakers?
And I'm dunking on Brittany Griner.
No, that's
day.
not even bad. She's lying.
Okay, this is the stat.
I'm not gonna get there.
This is the stat.
Okay.
The last 3 games, Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans have lined up 18 times.
Okay.
Mike Evans has been targeted 2 times. 0 receptions.
Damn.
0 yards.
Twice.
Yeah. Marshawn Lattimore was talking his shit.
That's crazy because that's the guy that I wanted the Niners to pick instead of. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, you gotta go. No, go there.
But if I told my brother that shit, he would be like, "Fuck you," and because he knows. He knows.
Yeah, so they put
He knows.
they put the stat out, and I'm gonna show Martine and Busby so they know this is real. They put that stat line out, and Marshawn Lattimore retweeted and said, "Better luck next year."
Woo! God damn.
I love that spicy talk, man. I love that. I love that. I love that. It's my sport, man.
But Tom Brady,
Keep it coming, man.
That's just, it's just like, damn, it's Belichick and Brady are struggling. Because they keep saying they ain't that good, man. They ain't gonna make it. I mean, they could. Maybe. But.
I told y'all, man.
I mean, yeah, you say he lost a step. I know
he lost a step, and he's fucking just. Now he's lost 2 steps. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see my 1-2 step. Yeah, that's damn, man. And that's the thing is like he wanted to keep playing and shit. People say don't blame the Patriots because they don't got receivers and shit like that. It's getting close that maybe the Patriots may need to start rebuilding. That means getting rid of somebody. Bill,
Too late. Draft deadline already passed.
No, I'm saying in the for future reference.
Bill Belichick not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like that. That's Bill Belichick is the Patriots.
Yeah.
True. They need to start rebuilding then. Oh, he needs to get rid of.
He just needs one player.
A quarterback.
That's it. If he gets a quarterback that he knows how to coach or that he, you know what I mean, feels comfortable with and shit like that.
Yeah.
Look out.
I mean, Cam's gone.
It's that simple.
Season. Cam's gone after this
out.
season. That's sad. Cam's gone after this season.
It's not sad. I mean, if he does good enough to get another contract, you know what I'm saying? Then,
as a backup, maybe.
Nah. What the fuck? No, dude. As a starter, there's so many starting jobs. There's going to be starting jobs open for him.
Yeah, true.
There's going to be teams that even when they draft a quarterback for their future, they want to give their quarterback at least a year.
True.
So,
True.
You know, it can go either way.
Well,
They could go like the Tua route. You know what I'm saying? Like, have Fitzpatrick.
He mad as hell that he's back up again.
Talk about the future. Tua, Kyler Murray. What a fucking game.
That was a game.
The Dolphins and the Cardinals.
Everybody was that on Sunday. Everybody was leaping. Like everybody was leaping.
Oh, you saw my man's. Saw my man's Vegas, Derek Carr.
Oh yeah,
he made that leap too.
Yeah, my grandma was watching that shit. She was like, "Oh, look at him dive!" Like everybody was leaping. I was like, "Shit."
You saw my man's D Carr, man. I don't give a fuck who are. Put some respect on my man's name, man. Derek Carr gonna do what he got to do
and you're right,
to get
JC.
a first down.
You're right, JC. The Raiders' offense is the truth. Gruden had to gut it when he first showed up, but the Raiders' offense is the truth. They just need a defense now.
Yeah, that's what I said coming in. I said I don't know what their defense is gonna do, but that offense, you have to play against that offense. Mm-hmm. They got weapons all around.
Gruden had to when he showed up, he had to be Thanos. He was like, "Yep, cutting that nigga gone, that nigga gone. Knock some wood if you with me." That's what I had to rewatch the Hard Knocks shit. That shit's funny.
Yeah.
That was one of the best ones.
But Tua and Kyler,
they went back and forth.
Man, the future looks bright for the NFL.
Shit.
Tua, Kyler.
Kyler Murray just needs more weapons. He has weapons.
Wait, more weapons?
I mean, oh yeah.
He's got enough, man.
I know.
He's set. I don't know what the fuck
I was thinking of the last season and shit.
Kenyon Drake went out, and Edmonton just came in and was like, "Yeah, I'm here. Hi, throw it to me."
Kyler Murray runs like he's running away from his dad whooping his ass, like how Michael Jackson was running away from Joe Jackson in The American Dream. Get a switch. That's how he runs. Yep. He literally runs like his dad.
Kyler Murray runs like he's stealing bases. Like he runs like he forgets like he forgets which sport he's playing in terms of where he got drafted.
Which one he chose.
Yeah, because he plays like he's running for the A's.
Mahomes kind of runs like that. What?
Remember, Kyler Murray got drafted by the A's.
Oh, no, I thought you said he's running like he got AIDS. I was like,
no,
he got AIDS. He's running like he got eggs.
No,
I know.
He's running like he's playing for the A's.
Okay, I know. That's what to say.
He's running the bases.
Him and Patrick Mahomes kind of runs like that too.
Running the bases, not running the bitches, Busby.
I know, but he doesn't run as fast as fucking.
Fact. So is fucking Russell Wilson. So they all
and Kaepernick.
Well, but he was the pitchers though, so that's kind of different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about like the shortstop, the actual like active players.
Can you imagine if they all had they did like a whole baseball team with Kaepernick, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and fucking Patrick Mahomes? That'd be a shit.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Athletic as fuck.
I just saw that game and I was like, the future of the quarterback is in. Oh my god,
black.
It's colorful and it looks beautiful.
Seahawks got scraped. At home, too. Well, it don't matter. Home field advantage, that means shit.
No, they weren't at home.
Who were they going to get? Where were they?
They were in Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo, yeah. Buffalo actually showed
44-34. Buffalo got a full chokehold on the AFC East.
Yeah.
They're for once, still like, there's no Brady? Oh.
They made that deal for Stephon Diggs for this reason.
For real.
Yeah.
NFL, COVID or not, NFL's been really entertaining, besides my Niners. But... Yeah.
Keeping it in the NFL, the transitioning. Carter's been busy.
Who?
All the Carters, they've been busy, man. Jay-Z, he wasn't credited with this, but I know exactly where this came from. I'll give him a point. The NFL will be partnering with the HBCUs, and they will be hosting their first annual Madden tournament that focuses on bringing all the HBCU community together in joy and laughter around this tournament.
Have y'all ever been in Madden tournaments?
No, I watched them.
Yeah, I feel like I'm confident in my Madden skills, but when it's money on the line and I'm getting pressured, that's when I was like, ugh, fuck that.
I'll beat niggas' ass in 2K.
Oh, I thought you were gonna beat niggas' asses, period. I was like,
Nah, I'll beat niggas' ass in 2K.
My brother freaking gets down on the Madden tournaments, or he used to at least. He hasn't been for a while, but he's made it to the championship round a few times. Never won it, but he's gotten there. You know what I mean?
See, what helps me in 2K is I play all my games solo on broadcast view. Most of these motherfuckers rely on the 2K camera to spin around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fam, I got a better advantage than you because I'm already knowing where my dude's creeping out, and I don't need the 2K cam.
See, I used to do that too.
I know how to work off a broadcast, you can only see so much.
I wonder if anyone who plays Madden plays at broadcast view. I don't know how that's possible.
Hell nah.
Yeah, that shit wild.
If they can do that, then you
you're a master.
You just like
you're a Madden master.
Yeah, no,
you're a fucking wizard.
You're
What are you talking about, man?
No, you're a demon.
Yeah,
you're a demon. Like
for real.
But yeah, I can see play.
You find out Denver plays that way.
Don't bring that man's name up on here, JC. I done told you.
Let me find out he plays Madden that way.
He probably does.
Like, oh, it makes sense now. It makes all sense in the world now.
The score getting run up on him.
It's like a nigga eating a hot dog from the middle.
What the fuck?
Dangerous ass niggas on the planet, man.
Sucking it up out the butt.
You ever see a nigga eat a hot dog out the middle?
No.
It's the scariest shit ever.
It is.
They got nothing to lose in life.
Nah, but Madden tournaments, I can't. I watch it and it's intense, but and I can play people online. Like if I'm just fucking around and online, but when there's money on the line, I don't know what I'll do if I lose. I won't say it, but yeah.
You know what also works in my favor
Give
too?
me a hell yeah.
You know what works in my favor? Yeah. I'm not one that talks shit anyways.
Same here.
Right.
So I usually get my opponents frustrated that way. Especially when I'm doing good or it's in a close game.
And especially when you get
the shit talk.
When you get the fuck you threes in.
And I get those, and then when they get a shot in, and I'll be like, oh, good shot,
good
fam.
shot,
But they down by 7, so they think I'm taunting them. I'm like, I'm actually giving you a compliment,
See,
but it throws them off. And then
me and Red were always on 2K, and he would always whoop my ass, and he'd be talking shit all the time. I don't talk shit, but it's like the little Jags. But there was that one time, so I think I talked this story before, but it's just funny how it happened. So
I got a story after this too. Go ahead.
So I would always play with the Heat, with LeBron with the Heat, and he'll play with someone else because he'll just be mad I keep playing because they're like easy to play with. So this time I was the Thunder, the Kevin Durant Thunder, and he was the Heat. So it came down to the wire, right? 2 seconds left. So I remember I went up to the middle. I had the ball, and I was Russell Westbrook, and I passed it to Kevin Durant. 2 seconds left. I just pressed square. I just let it go, and then it just went in the air, and then it went in. It was literally like swish. And I remember I dropped my controller, and I was like, oh! And then Red just went, whoop, because I wanted to see the stats and everything, because they were jumping for, the animation of them jumping and shit like that. He just paused it and said, nah, fuck you, restart the game. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, nah, fuck that. Nah, play again. He was hella mad. He beat me again. I was like, yeah, I got you. He was like, nah, fuck you. Now, what's your story?
All right, so my story, right? When I play, I don't talk shit. So this ain't about me at all.
What game was it?
This is Madden. Okay. So my brother is playing against my cousin's boyfriend, right? And I forget who they picked because they did randoms. That's how we usually play. Like, playing against somebody, it's like, all right, you random 3 times, and then whoever you pick, whoever you land on, that's who you get, whatever, right? Yep. So we did that shit, or they did that shit, and fucking, I'm just standing there on the sideline. And mind you, I was drunk off my ass already. Okay, so I had a fucking shit ton of liquor in me. I don't remember how much we was drinking, but we was just drinking. Right. And my brother goes down by 14. I'm like, hey Matt, you all right? He goes, Just watch. And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
I was like, what do you mean?
Just watch.
This motherfucker scored 70 unanswered points
What?
at halftime.
Whoa. Pause. Huh? Hold up. How do you... So the first quarter, the brother's boyfriend was whooping his ass.
My cousin's boyfriend.
Cousin's boyfriend was whooping his ass. So then...
By 14-0. Let me make that clear. 14-0.
And then in the second quarter...
No. He scored on 2 plays.
What the...
Yes, so there was like hardly no time wasted in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? He scored on 2 fucking plays. Then that was it. Like, that was it. And all the while, bro. All right, so mind you, my cousin and, you know, their family is it's all Samoans, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's a little thing when people get hyped up, they go, Chahoo! That type shit, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I shit you not. After every fucking score, that's all you heard in the fucking room. My brother was shitting on dude, and we're like, oh my god, like, Chahoo! Fucking non-stop, dog. This motherfucker, literally, when the game, like I said, halftime 70-14, right? Uh-huh. That's not even no hyperbole. That's not no exaggeration, nothing. It was 70-14 at halftime.
Why didn't he quit?
I was just going to say, this motherfucker was so intent on coming back that he didn't realize the fucking score. Tossed the control up. I caught the bitch.
Like Bobby Shmurda?
Yeah, no, like legit. He tossed it up just like Bobby Shmurda's hat, bro. I caught that shit. And I said, get the fuck out of here. Like, I was just talking hella shit as he was walking out the door.
With his head down?
I shit you not. It was the funnest time of my life.
Shame.
Motherfucker scored 10
Shame.
touchdowns.
Shame.
I did the math in my head. 10 touchdowns by halftime.
So he went Joe Biden on him. He went Joe Biden on him.
Basically.
That's some shit, man.
That's sad. I don't got a story to combat that.
Hilarious.
That's some shit.
Like I said, after every fucking score, I was just talking shit. Drunk off my ass, shit talking. It was beautiful.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
Yahoo!
So while Jay was doing that,
back to where we were.
I was running the score up.
while Jay was setting all that up, Beyonce partnered with Peloton for a multi-year deal.
Man, so Disney, that.
And then while they was doing that,
Money.
Beyonce's manager, Blue Ivy, was like, yeah, I'm going to go secure me a bag too.
Yeah, and then she's doing an audiobook.
She's going to be narrating, well, she is narrating Hair Love for Matthew A. Cherry for his audiobook.
Shit.
Yeah. Carter's was booked and busy this weekend, man.
Big and busy.
No lie.
Shit.
He was like,
damn.
He was like, oh, buying one? All right, for sure. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, holler at us next week. We got some things to do.
The Carter
They went to
family,
work.
dog. Yeah, so, was the music? No, there wasn't really no music.
I'll be honest, I listened to one album.
There was only one out. I'll say this. I'm going to backtrack what I said last week. And this is the first time I probably ever have to say this. I went back and re-listened to Busta Rhymes' album. So I told y'all before when I did the review, I listened to this 3 times and it just wasn't connecting. And Martine was just like, this is a good album. And I was like, I don't know. But then I remember that week I was just thinking like, something tells me I need to listen to this album again. Like I just have to listen. Like something told me, I was like, just wait till after the election. Wait till after Biden wins and then see it. So Biden won. So I was like, all right. So okay, let me sit back and really just digest this album. And I sat back and I listened to it. And then it just clicked. I don't know what it was, but it clicked. And it was actually quite good. I don't know what it was, but it was quite... I hear what Martine was... I hear what everyone's hearing now. It was a good album. And this is the first time I've ever done it. I'm backtracking. It clicked. So, yeah, shit, maybe you might have to listen to it, JC. I don't know. But, yeah.
I stopped at track 16. There's no need for me to go back.
That's not the same shit.
Wait, 16?
Whichever one Rhapsody was on, that was the last one I played. And I haven't gone back, and I have no want to go back.
I'm just saying. But I get you. But to me...
You got all them tracks, and I keep waiting. And after a certain point, I'm like, I'm good.
That's how I feel.
Like a basketball game. I keep waiting for you to come back, brother.
I listened to it.
Yeah, you might have came back made it close, but I gave you chance. I'm good.
I listened to it 3 times. I listened to it 3 times, and then it was like something told me, just listen to it the 4th time and see, and it connect. So,
see, I'm not mad at it. I just know it's not going to connect for me. I just don't like the production, so it doesn't matter.
I get you.
There's no point for me to try.
I'm like not talking shit. Completely understand that. I just don't get it because it's not. It's, you know.
Yeah, no, of course.
It's you know what
of
I mean.
Course,
like
but,
it's all a Q-tip.
But even then, like that's going off a namesake, not the actual music. So that's where I draw the line. Where it's them, but I didn't like what I heard from them off the initial. So what does it matter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then at that point, it's like, okay, well, now we're just going off of names, and I'm just listening solely because of the names versus the actual art. And I don't ever want to compromise the two. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
like if I don't feel it,
what you're saying.
if I don't feel it, and I'm like, I just know there's no point for me to go back. There's just no point for me to go back.
I get you.
I'm not mad at you for going back. You like it, cool. I ain't gonna.
I'm not saying to change your mind. But it was just because that's never happened to me before. That's why it was kind of shocking. It was just like, because usually when I listen to an album after that third time, I'm like over it.
Oh, it happens to me all the time.
Really? What was the last time that happened to you? What album?
So I will say this, in particular with Views, and I've said this many times, where the first time I heard it, I was like, all right, it's just there. And then, again, the more we played, it's like, okay, it's an album that's just there, but there's just something about these transitions where it's like, I can't help it, I gotta go back. I play Views probably every other month. Like, it's one of those albums where it's like, I'm never going to preach about it being something that it isn't. I know exactly where it stands.
Yeah.
That being said, I can't fight the fact that I keep going back to it every other month and listening to it. So, and I think that gives precedence to where it's okay to like music that isn't up to par with our expectations. I feel like a lot of listeners, they do themselves a disservice because it doesn't meet a certain expectation of theirs. They just don't go back to it. But it's like, how many movies do we love that we just know it's like, yo, just put this shit on, just let it run. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't dive into it. We don't try to make the movie something it isn't. Just put it on. Tune in every 5 minutes. It plays in the background, but it's something. Put that shit on.
Friday.
Yeah, exactly. You know damn good well that ain't no movie that's like you gonna be hyping up, but it's just. It's something that, it's a part of us. You just can't help it. You got to turn it on.
Yeah.
I feel the same way, and I've even gone back. I've said this over the years. I feel the same way with Huncho Jack Huncho. I know it's a mediocre album.
Yeah.
I came out here and I said it. I love the elements on certain songs, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Not to you guys. I know you guys haven't said anything, but I've said a lot of people on Twitter like, oh my God, it's not a good album. I'm like, I know. I said that. That being said,
I understand.
That being said, there are just elements that to my ear, they're very pleasing.
Right.
I'm not going to fight the feeling. I used to do that in listens. Like, it was like, okay, the album's not here, so why even waste time with it anymore? Versus just saying, yeah, okay, well, it wasn't what I expected, but it's a 12-track project. I like 8 of them. Who the fuck cares? Just run the shit on. Float back and forth.
Ones that
you know what I'm saying? And even then, there's like elements and ones that you would skip where you're like, oh damn, I didn't even hear that before.
That's how I felt with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how I felt with the Busta album. That's exactly how I felt with the Busta album. I was like, there was little shit I was hearing, I didn't hear like the other 3 times, and it was that 4th time for whatever reason it just clicked. And I was like, wow. But there was some songs that were still bad. That Mariah Carey record was still bad.
Now, with that being
said, the Jamaican record was still bad.
The one with vibes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said, it usually has to be an album that from jump, I already feel middle of the road. It can't, it's not, it's very, I would really have to think about the last time I heard an album and from jump, I was like, no. And then I went all the way to, okay, cool. Like, it's now in rotation.
I have one of those, and it happened on the podcast. I don't know if y'all remember. Astroworld.
Yeah.
Because when I first heard it, I was like, everything sounded the same. It is like, it had no variation to it. Then I listened to it a few more times just because, on the strength of you guys liking it so much. You know what I mean? I just gave it that extra shot or extra few. And like, like it went from being, I don't want to ever listen to this shit again to, you know what? Fuck it. This shit's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's fucking really fucking good. I don't know personally, I don't know if I would call it a classic, but I know that it's up in that range. You know what I'm saying?
I just think that we as a hip hop community and as both black and brown communities, we put so much pressure on ourselves to go far above what we're listed as to society that we don't appreciate art that doesn't meet there because we're always subconsciously trying to prove ourselves to white America.
Yeah.
And I feel like that it's not to down anybody, because again, I feel like a lot of that happens subconsciously, so we're not even really thinking about it. Mm-hmm. But when you look at country fans,
I've been saying this a lot. Yeah, go on, say
the shit that they be rocking ain't all classics.
Yeah.
But they respect
But they be loving that shit.
They respect it. They respect that. They respect the legends too.
Yeah.
You never hear them talk shit about Toby Keith. You never hear them talk shit that Garth Brooks is old and washed. They just enjoy the music.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've been
Same with
getting.
rock, too.
That's something I've been recognizing
To an extent.
Yeah.
That's something I've been recognizing with myself and what I've been getting better at. I think that's why it's I come on the pod and it sounds like I cape for Drake nowadays, when really it's just I'm looking at it more from a level playing field that I wasn't looking at prior, because I was putting him in the same arena as Kendrick and Cole because they are the three-headed monster, without realizing again until the later part, like, yo, if he's doing this, like, this is just who he is. Accept it and actually enjoy it, because once it's gone, it's gone. Mm-hmm. And we're living in an era where it's the same thing like LeBron. Whether you love him or you hate him,
What he's doing right now is out of this world.
it's likely not going to be done again.
Yeah.
Like, he is, however you feel about him, he is a once in a lifetime type of act.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where it comes into play, where I stop holding expectations for everybody. The same expectation.
Right.
You can be middle of the level and it's fine. Like, cool, let's rock out, let's party.
Well, I mean, it goes back to my love, like, for Bay Area music, for example. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people really, champion these guys and shit like that. But me looking at Mac Dre or E40, it's like, okay, to me, they're way the fuck up there. You know what I mean?
Right.
As compared to somebody from, let's say, the East Coast or whatever, they'll probably look at, and rightfully so, Ghostface Killah as one of the best rappers of all time, rather than Mac Dre. Like, who the fuck is Mac Dre? You know what I'm saying?
You know what the difference is in that? Mm-hmm. For us, it's culture.
Yeah.
So it was much more deeper than the records.
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely.
For good or for bad. I mean, because, it could go either way how you look at it.
Yeah.
Mac Dre was great in his own right. You can say what you want because of the drug influence with this and all
exactly.
that. But that was culture.
Yep.
Like, when we were growing up, our older cousins and their friends, brothers and sisters, that's what they introduced us to.
Yep.
So when it came time for us to be in high school or leave high school and party, that's what the fuck we was rocking to, because this is our culture as the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really necessarily fall off when you explain it. Versus if you were talking about really an artist that really didn't move the needle culturally, but you just fuck with the music.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Because for us, when I think of Mac Dre, when I think of Too Short, when I think of E40, I don't think music. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of those three, culture.
Yeah.
Like, they will always be towards the top of my list, Hammer included, because it was about culture.
Right.
It moved the needle far more than what they did musically. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
like Hyphy was around when Mac Dre catapulted that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Definitely.
so that's a Bay Area thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that
Yeah.
was a staple of that era. So no, it doesn't sound far-fetched to me when you say that.
Right.
Bias aside, because I understand, I lived it, but bias aside, when you're talking about acts in their regions that just ran culture, that's why when people that didn't understand Dipset at the time in Harlem, but I understood it, because Harlem looked so much different
Than Oakland.
with Cameron at the helm versus Puffy at the helm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They move different. Same swag,
Yeah,
but they just move different.
definitely.
But back to the clip, what you were asking. Yeah, no, I do it all the time. It's just I have to at least be middle of the road with the project.
Yeah.
I would literally have to go back to see when that rare occasion happened where I was just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. Now this is in my rotation. At least
Yeah, I'm not saying the Bust album is gonna be like on my rotation like that, but that's like that's like a rare time that has ever happened to me. I'm like, oh shit.
I did listen to I did go back and finally listen to King Von.
Nah.
Ugh, damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had it.
The elements were there, man.
Yeah.
The elements were definitely there. Fucking the only thing I mean, it's kind of like the type of shit that leads to his downfall. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the hard part for me to listen to it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like knowing the outcome and shit,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a little rough. But as far as the music goes itself, I mean, the kid had an ear. He knew how to put words together. You know what I mean? And
He was a fantastic storyteller.
yeah. And bro, I mean, his melodies too, because he sung. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like he actually had what we consider like all of the traits nowadays.
I never said this on the pod, but I told this to somebody over the weekend. King Von's voice was how I described Mozzie's voice.
Pain.
Pain, but there was a difference in their tones. And Mozzie's, like I said, his tone was, he felt like an old soul that had just gone through the shit and he was relaying it. King Von came across as the live wire, so he was more hyped.
Yeah.
As he's explaining the pain.
Right.
Two different sides, but they're speaking of the same pain. That's what drew me to King Von, really, when it boiled down to it. It wasn't about the shoot 'em up, bang bang, and all that. It was that there's just that level of authenticity. Can't fake it.
Yeah.
At all.
There's nothing to be
definitely.
fake. It was just the opposite side of the coin.
Yeah.
Where, again, Mozzie comes across as, you can feel the pain because he sounds like he's lived a few lifetimes in that pain. So now he's relaying the information. King Von sounded like he's still in the trenches.
Right.
He can get active when it gets active type, but it's still rooted in pain. And it's coming out.
Yeah.
So that's what it was that I never really said it on the pod, but that was, when I had time to think about it, that's actually what drew me to King Von.
Gotcha.
In addition to the storytelling.
Right.
He was breaking some of that shit down, and I was like, it's fucking tragic.
I did listen to another album though. Who was the nigga I told you?
Fora?
Yeah, I listened to his. I put it in the group chat. It was cool at first, the first half. Then it got to the second half, and then it started dragging on. His album is literally depressing simp music. That's what I call that. It's like if Drake went full simp. And it's just, some of it was cool, but it was just like, if I was in high school and I had a crush on a chick and she put me in the friend zone and I was feeling this way, this would be the album I listened to. But going on 33 years old as a grown-ass man, I don't want to hear this shit. So,
I don't blame you.
yeah, it's cool, but,
it.
yeah.
I think I listened to this project at the right time, all things considered. I did enjoy it for what it was. Doughboy and Southside, Demons R Us. So, of course, Doughboy being signed to Future and free bands. Of course, Southside, 808 Mafia.
Yeah, of course.
That connection to Future.
Yeah.
They fucked around. They went and did the rapper-producer album. It's to the point. If you're familiar with Doughboy, you know what it is. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why he's got that name. It's spelled differently, but just go watch Boys in the Hood. That's his namesake. Yeah, it's that gangster music, the riding music. Stimulus Check, I thought was a funny and a nice twist. I did enjoy that one. Bussin', I tell you, man, when Lil Uzi is featured, to me, he's like Ty Dolla $ign. Featuring Ty Dolla $ign, featuring Lil Uzi Vert. They in the same class. I love a featuring Lil Uzi Vert. He did his thing on that joint. What a surprise, Martine. Get in there. 42 Doug and Babyface Ray. That motherfucker again.
42
shut
Dougs
down
everywhere,
that
bro.
shit. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, now that was, again, this rhyme music, that gangster music. Put that shit on. Cruise. I love his ad-lib too. Doughboy's ad-lib. Oh, really? Says it almost every damn song. I love it. See, again, that's that element where it's like, who gives a fuck if this nigga's gonna be a legend or not? I can just walk around this motherfucker. Hey, did you know that happened? Oh, really?
I won the election. Trump. I won the election. Biden. Oh, really?
Yeah. I enjoy niggas with good ad-libs.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy them.
Definitely,
I
man.
probably enjoy them more than niggas that can make cohesive song, like projects all together, because it's like you can make cohesive, but it's really got to stand out to really for me to go back out. A nigga with an ad lib. Every time I see your name on a track, I'm just gonna give it to you off the strength of your ad lib. Like, all right, let me press play.
It really is. There really was not a lot of music that dropped. I don't know.
Wait. Before we go, are we gonna pass music up right now? Is that
Nah, because NLE Chopper did drop. I just didn't get to it.
I didn't get to it.
Oh, I did. It was cool.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna like go crazy about it. Like it was just cool.
Okay.
There was a lot. It was hard to get. I'm not gonna lie. It was hard to get through.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a rough one. But it's a mixtape, so.
Oh, it didn't Nav drop?
This one like legit is a mixtape. Like it came out as a mixtape.
Who did Nav drop? But Nav dropped with a producer
cares?
too.
Huh?
Nav dropped with a producer.
So
I
sick
know.
of that.
That's the only reason why I'm giving it attention, because I think it's
It was like something tidal wave or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it
Oh,
because
tsunami something. Yeah, I forgot what
Wheezy.
Tsunami.
Wheezy produced the whole track. Yeah.
I didn't listen to it because it's Nav. So
Yeah, no, that's my take on that.
people actually liked the last Nav album too. That's crazy. People actually liked it.
I came on record and I said it's not gonna be my first, second, third joint. I'm gonna point to you. All I will say about the last project was, if a nigga put it on,
You're not gonna tell them to turn it off.
I'm not gonna tell him to turn it off. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
good background music. I'll give you that.
Yeah, like
It's like hookah music.
Yeah, which is a step up
Yeah,
considering everything I've said about Nav.
it was a weed plate at first. It was a weed plate. He went weed plate music. Now it's hookah music that plays in the background when you're talking to females and shit. Just in the background. Don't listen. Just play in the background.
Yeah.
It did what it was supposed to do. I'm not mad at it.
Hey, there's some anniversaries coming up.
Wait.
Oh, you got one more?
I gotta shout out the young bull from the Bay, 24K Golden.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro.
yeah.
I had no idea how big his song was. I'd seen it, but I didn't like trip on it. I never listened to it, nothing,
neither.
right? Then I come to find out
Yeah,
from
number one
my cousin, right,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew. He has a podcast too, by the way, The Unexamined Hype. Shout out to them because they're the ones who put me on. Bro, this song blew up on TikTok, and that sounds like a joke. You know what I mean? Like,
it's really good.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds. Sounds funny.
Isn't it the number one song in the country?
For the last 3 weeks, because of which, because it actually came out in July.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was one of those slow burns.
I've been seeing, and it was literally creeping up on the charts
that's
too.
what I'm saying. That had that slow burn, right? Dog, tell me how the fuck a dude from the Bay has the number one song in the fucking country. We don't know shit about it, apparently, right?
Yeah, we don't listen to it. We don't listen to radio like that. Yeah.
And then he gets fucking J Balvin and Justin Bieber
the
on
God.
remix.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Sage Gemini all over again.
Sage Gemini all over again. Yeah.
Except, I will say this, and I don't know if Justin Bieber was in the studio or not, but this shit sound like they actually worked on it together.
Bieber's been
which
working.
Which is a trip.
Bieber's
like, you know what I mean?
Bieber has been working low key. Like, he has been working, gonna drop his kamikaze.
That's cool.
But so
I'm
I'm not
tripping on
surprised.
him.
I know, I'm just surprised. I mean, it is because, hey man, he's in the studio with other artists.
So you know, all I gotta say is this, man. The city, stand up.
Hey.
24K Golden, stand up. Bay Area, stand up. Cali, stand up.
Hell yeah.
Represent, man.
Shit.
Fuck, man. This shit makes me happy, bro. Like,
Vice President-elect Kamala gonna put this on the playlist.
Oh, she got to. She got to.
They'll say Joe Biden got over like 9 to 10 million like votes in just Cali alone. Like, that's still wild. I'm like, that's the most for any presidential candidate ever. So, like,
oh, by the way, I didn't even mention the name of the song. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
It's called Mood.
Yep.
By 24K Golden. No E.
Mood
music. Anyway, there's some anniversaries. We were supposed to talk about an album last week, actually, but we got so caught up in the election, we forgot about the shit.
I wish we could say we were like, yeah, we thought it'd be better to talk about it this week. No, it didn't work out.
Nah.
We just forgot.
No, literally.
But it actually worked out in our favor.
Yeah.
Because now we're talking about it on the actual
Anniversary.
Yeah. Right around that time.
Friday Night Lights.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Not the TV show, not the movie, but both classics, by the way. But the mixtape, which is the classic. I guess you could say, third mixtape from J. Cole. That should have been his debut album, but Jay-Z was like, no. So he just dropped Friday Night Lights. And this should have been his debut album.
As listeners hear this, as we're talking, it is officially the 10-year anniversary
of Friday Night
Lights.
Shit.
That's
And
one.
the piano on the intro.
Of
Then going into Too Deep for the intro.
It's knee deep.
Recognizing the Erykah Badu sample.
We could play this one, can't we? Because it's a mixtape.
Oh, man. They not ready. They not ready, bro.
Just have it playing in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give it that little ambiance.
When I heard this, see, I was already a Cole fan. Obviously, you know, that connection. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But when I heard this motherfucker, it was like, yeah. The world's on notice now.
See, I first found out about him because of the warm up. That was the first time I ever heard about it. And it was like, yeah, he's the first rap artist on Rock Nation and da 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 da. So I was like, oh, so we got the whole co-sign. Oh, let me hear this. And I heard warm up, and I'm like, oh, this is J. Cole, huh? Okay. And I like warm up, really like warm up, because it even came out like a few months right after fucking So Far Gone dropped. So next year, he was prepping for his album. Hov was like, no. So he had a whole collection of songs, and he was like, you know what? I gotta keep my name out there, even though I really don't want to do this for free, but I need to keep my name out there. So he dropped Friday Night Lights, and this, I remember first hearing it, and I was like, it was a step up from warm up, and I was like, this is what he wanted to drop. From Too Deep for the intro, Before I'm Gone, the Back to the Topic freestyle, which was that's J. Cole's song. Back to the Topic was a Cassie song originally, with Cassie and P. Diddy, if I remember correctly. But you know, he ripped that shit. You Got It featuring Wale.
Time out there, because we have to give salute to Wale, because anybody else would have folded under pressure for what Cole did to him on Beautiful Bliss,
which is also
just a year earlier.
It's also the anniversary of Attention Deficit too.
Nah, it came out 2000. Oh yeah, but
yeah, I know.
You know how I feel.
Off year.
Yeah. Any other artist would have folded after what Cole did, jumping on that song on their album and then leaving like a thief in the night.
Yep.
But Wale on You Got It.
Yeah, that was great.
If there was ever a way to redeem yourself, that was that.
Yeah.
Salute that black man.
Good job, sir.
He repaid the favor. You jump on my shit and steal it, fuck it. I'm gonna jump on your shit.
Here we go.
And steal it.
And then Vilmatic was over the Devil's a New Dress. And of course, Enchanted with Omen. Omen always just be popping up, but not on J. Cole's actual albums, which is kind of sad. And Blow Up should have been...
Bitch, I'm about to blow up!
That should have been his first single. That literally should have been his first single, but Ove was like, not it. You gotta get on that Trey Songz shit.
We need some radio music.
You need some radio, but that was a radio song, man.
You know what I'm saying,
I know.
man.
Higher
R&B influence.
And then he had Aubrey on there in the morning. Two Face was vintage. That was vintage Cole.
Are you gonna skip over In the Morning? Because that was a significant song, and it wasn't. I mean, Drake was a part of it, but it was significant for many reasons.
Why?
That was the song where I learned. Oh, these college girls.
Oh, yeah, they love that record.
Oh shit.
These college girls know J. Cole,
Right.
and not just In the Morning J. Cole.
They know
the come up J. Cole.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to that. I had no idea that took place until I heard them blast In the Morning, and I was like, I remember talking to one girl, and I was like, what you know about In the Morning? And she was like, please. And she went and played not the warm up, the come up, and I was like,
marry me now.
Oh, you. No, I wasn't that. It was just, I just trust your music taste now. Okay, for sure.
Hey, man, if a girl has a good taste in music, that's a great sign. And of course, you got Two Face, which is personally my favorite. That was Cole when he spit his heart out on that shit. Autograph, Best Friend, which is pretty much the Missy Elliott and Aaliyah record. Every time I hear that record, I hear J. Cole, which is also probably another reason why you probably will never hear that shit on Tidal or any streaming service, because, you know, Aaliyah's on that shit.
Yep.
Cost me a lot, and it cost me a lot. That song's fucking hard.
Premeditated Murder is my favorite track on this project. Premeditated Murder for me was him figuring finally what he said at the end of 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I finally figured it out.
Yep.
Right.
Premeditated Murder for me was him finally figuring it out.
Right.
At least to go into the next step of his career at that time.
Sideline story.
Because at that time, remember, we still had questions just about his hooks.
Oh, definitely.
So there was always that underlying question about it. So, you know, In the Morning, people kind of feel like Drake's influence. That's fine. It's a feature, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? Not a big deal. I heard this motherfucker. Where I'm from, if you ever seen what I seen, no, it can't get no better from me. That authentic shit, the shit that you can't fake.
Yup.
That's what I'm always attracted to.
Yep.
Authentic. It didn't matter if it was hype, if it was off pit. I didn't care. You just can't fake that shit. I felt what the hell he was saying.
Yeah.
And then just the fact to tie it into, I'm chasing this shit like it's premeditated. Oh my god. I was like, word.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was gonna connect the dots. Like, nah, okay, you got it. The world's yours.
And of course, Home for the Holidays, which is the unofficial, I guess, holiday record in a way. Then Love Me Not, SeaWorld, which is
SeaWorld is
it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
real.
story behind that
It's
took it to
real.
the next level.
And I feel Farewell is one of his greatest records ever. That's one of those he should have held on to. He should have held on to that for, Sideline Story, because that's just pure J. Cole. And then, of course, the Good Friday track, Looking for Trouble.
Bonus track.
Still
Bonus
got the
track.
best verse on there to my ears.
This
Thought that real shit is what imagine y'all been sleeping on the one that you've been dreaming about. And it ends. And I was, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. J. Cole, this was the, you're probably not going to get this on streaming service. It's on Dat Piff, if y'all ever heard of that. Or live mixtapes. But this ain't going to be on Tidal or any
This
streaming
shit my
service.
external. It's been in my external for
Same
10
here.
years.
Same here.
Yeah, I choose the Dat Piff route.
Nah, but this is never going to be on Tidal. I mean, it probably will, but some tracks are going to be missing. Mainly the Aaliyah record, Best Friend. And he has to pay off for all those samples. And J. Cole he's just dragging his feet. The warm-up ain't never going to be on there because he has to pay for all them samples.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost a miracle that Drake got so far gone on all streaming shit. He had to pay up the ass for all them sample clearances. But if he had the money, fuck it. J. Cole, he probably has it. He's just cheap.
Oh, he definitely has it.
He's just cheap. He's cheap like that.
I wouldn't even call it cheap. I think he's just fiscally responsible.
That too.
I was gonna say frugal.
Yeah.
You know?
I would say he's fiscally responsible because he probably looking at that like, you mean I have to pay for all that and they could just get it from that Piff still? That's literally the epitome of being fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
I gotta pay for all that out of my pocket, but they could literally just go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right.
Just go get it.
And if he does do it, Looking for Trouble ain't gonna be on that because then he has to talk to Kanye and all that shit. And that song's not even finished either, man. It's not even mastered. When you hear it, like you still hear Big Sean's verse is not even mastered. It sounds like it's literally clear from the studio. Like I remember J. Cole even said, I remember reading an interview how he recorded his verse from Looking for Trouble. He was in Detroit. And he had the files and he needed to record this shit. So he had to go in some fucking bust down studio in the hood and record that. Where the engineer had a gun sitting on the fucking table and all that shit.
Nice.
So when you hear that verse, he's literally spitting for his life to get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Oh, man. Let's see what else.
Great one. We got another one. The big 2020. It actually happened a few weeks ago. We missed it, but while we're here, it actually leads into the next topic, so we're going to talk about it. OutKast. Stankonia.
International.
Boy. I already loved OutKast from jump. From the first time I heard Ain't No Thing But a Chicken Wang. And then they did AT Aliens. Dope. My favorite project from them, Aquemini. Loved it.
Aquemini.
Stankonia to me was mainstream's introduction to OutKast.
Easily.
The rock influence that went along with it made it a smoother, more familiar listen for white America.
Yeah.
How the album even starts. Like, I love the fact that it sounds like an audiobook.
All OutKast albums
The way it plays out.
All OutKast albums are kind of like that.
To a certain extent. This one just felt more like an audiobook. Like, the other ones, they have interludes. This one felt like there was a story from beginning to end. Because there was always every time it would go through, it was break, and then it just jumped into the next song.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't really know what that story was.
Yeah.
But I know that.
But
it
I have
connected somehow.
I have some ideas in some of the content that they were speaking about, because if you listen to some of the content, it's like, yeah, they talking about the same shit that's going on today. It's just there was no social media. Like the themes are there.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at them standing in front of the fucking cover. It's them standing in front of a black flag.
Yeah.
Like the themes are
Such
there.
a classic cover too.
Yeah.
Such a classic
Seriously,
cover.
it's been remade over and over and over.
Yeah.
By hella different ass people.
Of course, I just love the "I'm cool" interlude leading into "So Fresh and So Clean." It's when the woman is describing, it's cold, so cool. Bitch, get off that blow.
Ain't nobody don't pass me. I'm so fresh and
So Clean. The introduction to mainstream America to the baby mama on Miss Jackson.
Oh, yep. Baby's mama's
mamas.
When old white women was singing Miss Jackson, I was like, even as a young kid, I was like, I don't know if you know what you're talking about.
You're right.
But you're going to be in for a rude awakening when you figure it out.
If you ever do.
Yeah. Snapping and trapping. My first introduction to Killer Mike, not on The Whole World. It was this joint.
Right.
It was this wild beat where I really couldn't catch the rhythm, but Killer Mike caught it, and I vibed the fuck with Killer Mike.
For sure.
I'll call before I come. I learned a lot from that song.
I'm sure you did.
I definitely learned from I'll Call Before I Come, especially with the Kim and Cookie interlude leading into that.
And of course, Bob's Over Baghdad.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. When I was a kid, that was the first time I heard. That was my official introduction to OutKast when I was a kid. When I saw that video, and then I went back and saw all the old stuff. But that was my official introduction to them. I was like, whoa, okay. But I saw the video for Bob. I was like, wow, this is okay.
Yeah.
Colorful.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say, man. Like that video was fucking insane, bro.
It was
Like,
fast.
Yeah.
It was.
Because it was the whole start. The way it starts out, all you hear is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Damn! Intro now.
I just really would have liked to have seen how We Love These Hoes would have went over if Twitter was around.
My God.
Man.
I really would have loved to have seen how that song would have went over if Twitter was around.
Hashtag
I will-
we love these hoes.
I can't play the record, but I will read some of the lyrics. From the weave, to the fake eyes, to the fake nails, down to the toes. Ha 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 ha. We love these hoes. I just really would have loved to have seen how that would have went over on Twitter.
I needed to see a think piece.
Yeah.
You already know they would have.
Yeah.
Pieces, threads.
All that shit.
All that fucking offensive shit. Like how Dave Chappelle's getting talked to right now.
Humble Mumble, Erykah Badu, of course, you know the connection. Her and 3 Stacks have a child together.
He was never the same.
Question Mark and Red Velvet. Toilet Tisha was a ride. Like that shit was deep. I'll always liken that to a Southern Brenda's Got a Baby. Like literally, like what they were talking about was, I mean, that one's been out for 20 years.
Yeah,
If
damn.
you're familiar, it was about a young girl who got pregnant and hid the pregnancy from her family and committed suicide as a result. And it played in detail what was going on all the way to her mother coming into the bathroom and screaming when she found her body. Like that joint has always stuck with me.
Yeah. That makes sense.
A true testament to OutKast as artists.
Yeah.
Definitely that.
Now this was what I felt was the proper mainstream introduction for white America as far as OutKast was going. I still feel those first 3 projects, while they were hard-nosed, and you'll be hard-pressed to put anybody's catalog against those.
Yeah.
They were just still too damn black.
Way too black.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, their first single off of Aquemini was Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
They were too damn black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with that,
I'm just sitting there like thinking about it, like yeah.
But I was going back.
Crumbling herb, elevators. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's too black. We love all things black. You know what I'm saying? But for white America, it was for George W. versus Al Gore, white America, it was too black. Yeah.
It's just crazy. After that album, that's where they really skyrocketed, and that led right into fucking the what was it? Was it not Stankonia? What was it?
Speaker box,
and the Love Below, and then nothing was the same.
And then Idlewild.
That was the last time they were together.
Yep.
It was the Idlewild soundtrack, and then that was it. Big Boy still going
for the album. The last time they were together was either Dramas when they did the Art of Storytelling 4, or if it was UGK.
Might have been International Players.
Yeah, that was.
I know they all came out the same year. So
that was like the last recordings of them together. But after that, that's when Andre just decided to.
But there was one that was unofficial because it was supposed to be on
Franco's
Sir Lucius Left Foot. It was supposed to be on that album.
Yeah,
but they got cut because of the samplings. They couldn't clear the samples.
Damn it.
So yeah, no, the influence I heard on this one, went back and listened to it over the past weekend, was that Kanye gets a lot of credit, and rightfully so, for when he dropped College Dropout in the midst of the resurgence of gangsta rap and the hardcore image, and you got to have bullets to go to the top of Billboard.
Right.
OutKast really gave precedence for College Dropout to exist, in the sense of this was really that album around the time where there was no gang shoot 'em up. It was very enriched in soulful P-Funk, but at the same time had that rock fusion.
Yeah.
And when I go back and listen to it, like just certain elements of that trumpet, I know exactly where Chance got his influence. You can go back and listen to this project, just with all the instrumentation. I hear that a lot in Chance's music.
Yeah. Beyonce puts that in her music too.
Yeah. But I'm really going off of just... We could actually even go... It's a good point. We can even go off of music in general. A lot of artists do use that. I mean, again, we talk about the album cover. Just freedom.
Yeah.
I look at freedom when I see that. And not freedom from chain. I mean that freedom artistically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, people especially for Andre at the time. Andre was this rhymesmith, this wordsmith. And for him to look the way he looked, it threw people off.
Oh, definitely.
Looking on that. Like, people...
Definitely,
bro.
I
remember motherfuckers questioning his sexuality at that time when this was dropping. But it was just the act of, no, this is me, baby. I can kick those rhymes, but I can look like Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's still out
Rich, you go in the Future.
Shit.
And of course, Future being, second generation of Dungeon Family.
Right.
It makes sense.
I'll go
even
even further with Andre 3 Stacks. I'll say he's the reason why we got 808s and Heartbreak. The Love Below is the reason why we got all these experimental hip-hop albums now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because after that, because everyone was like, because you heard Speaker Box, and that was practically this is a typical OutKast album, just without fucking 3K. Then you listen to The Love Below, and it's different than anything he has ever done. It's different than anything we've heard, and it was like, this is different. And then it worked. Shit, they won a fucking Grammy off it. The last hit, I still feel to this day, Speaker Box won Best Rap Album. The Love Below won Album of the Year. That was the only reason why they won Album of the Year, in my opinion, at the Grammys, because everyone loved that, But yeah, The Love Below is still an amazing piece of art. And that's the reason why that got us 808s, and then that got us House of Balloons, and all them other Kid Cudis and all that other shit.
OutKast just always, they pressed. They were never content with just what they did before. Like, you hear it throughout their whole catalog.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Southern Playalistic Cadillac music was...
They push the limits.
Yeah, it was a staple.
They push the limits.
But then when you go to AT Aliens, yeah, there's elements of that, but they just pushed forward. So it's it's more like this space type Southern Playalistic.
Right.
And then you get to Quemini, and it's like it's built on top of those two, but now this is more like spiritual element added to that, and they focus on that.
Right.
And of course, like, so every time they go to an album, they have the element, but it's like, nah, again, like you said, they just keep pushing further and further.
Yeah. They just got to evolve. They were, in my opinion, they just evolved with every fucking album that they put out.
Yeah.
Every single one. And you can go back to like, you know, you were mentioning like their first album, they dressed like they were from the streets, which they were, I'm sure, you know what I mean? Whatever. And then the next one, it's like their gear stepped up, their fucking swag stepped up, their music stepped up with it. Following year, same thing, or following album, same thing.
Yeah.
And it just kept going.
Yep.
Up until we get to, you know, where, let's just say where they left off at. You know what I mean? Dressed like gentlemen even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the evolution never stopped with them.
Oh yeah, it's OutKast is they're an intriguing duo in music. Period.
Oh, definitely.
Like fuck hip hop. They are intriguing. Period. People know how I feel about OutKast. Like
legends.
I can't speak enough about OutKast. Really, OutKast was really my introduction to Atlanta.
Probably a lot of people's introduction to Atlanta.
Like, you know, I have family out in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I heard Southern Playalistic, like, that was my introduction to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, Crisscross, but I wasn't listening past Jump. Like,
we didn't know what the fuck besides that.
Yeah.
Besides what was on the radio.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, just listening to OutKast, that was really my introduction to
like
at least Atlanta South. You know what I'm saying? South where it's Atlanta. And then you go there and you're like, oh, that's what they were talking about. Yeah, let me put this on now because now I'm out here and it hit different. So, shouts out to OutKast on their 20-year anniversary. That leads into more versus talk.
Here we go. Timbo
and Swiss back at it again.
Of course, season 2
with the matchups that they presenting
because we're waiting for Jeezy and T.I. That's next week. And apparently, Swiss hinted that we might get OutKast versus Tribe Called Quest. OutKast is winning that.
That one I don't give a fuck. I would just love to see it.
It'll definitely be a celebration.
Yeah.
But OutKast whooping that ass, bro.
OutKast getting it. However, there's gonna be some shit where a Tribe Called Quest can play and you like, I forgot all about that.
And you got you got Q-Tip single shit, and you got Big Boy single stuff, and you got Andre's features.
Like it's
man.
Like I said, my favorite beat OutKast, but it would be one of those ones where it's like, yeah, people gonna learn about a tribe today.
Oh, definitely.
It's not officially announced yet, but Switch just hinted at it.
He's trying to get
said
that
they want to get that one done.
If anything,
I'm all for it. Go get it done.
He pretty much got to see if he can get 3 stacks from playing the flute at fucking Starbucks at wherever he is in the world.
That. Just tell him to bring the flute. Fuck it.
No, but he has to.
Who gives a shit?
Just tell him he's going into a Starbucks and he walks in his verses.
Have it set up like a Starbucks. There you go. Boom.
Fuck it.
Get him in the building. I would love to see it. Now, whether it takes place or not, you know, that's up in the air.
Yeah.
But that is actually one where I didn't think it was possible until Swiss spoke it, and it's like if you can get that shit done, I will take the day off. I will enjoy myself for the entire day. It's a fucking it's OutKast and it's a tribe, man. So you got that. They've been hyping Jodeci up the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what?
I'm just curious, man, but I know
there's only one.
No.
There's only one group that goes up against Jodeci.
One? Just one?
Yeah, there's only one. Because it's because for the entire duration that they were all going, they were always compared to each other.
And who was it?
Oh, okay.
Always. And it was Boys to Men.
Okay. I was about to say that.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No, he's not going to say Candyland.
Who?
Candyland.
I do not want to see them. You guys keep having it fucked up on what I'm saying.
Let it go, JC. Just let it go.
I thought you were going to say that.
Why do you two keep thinking that I'm saying it because I want to see it?
No, he thought it.
I'm not saying that you want to. I'm saying that I thought that's where you were alluding to. Like, I was like, oh, fuck. No, bro.
I do not want to see my uncle's new edition in this versus shit because it would not be fair. You want to know how Tony Romo be calling plays out before the shit happened?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I would be calling the fucking songs out before they were happening.
I know.
See that shit.
The only time I would want to see new edition in a versus is if it was new edition versus new edition. And even then, you would have to split them niggas up. It can't be BBD versus Bobby, Johnny, and Ralph. You would have to take one of the BBD niggas and flip them. so that way one of them still had access to the BBD records.
All I know is that if it's Boyz II Men versus Jodeci, it's gonna be the battles of the ooh yeah. It's gonna be the battles of that.
It's gonna be battle of ooh yeah versus KC versus Wanye.
Who's gonna cry the most? It's about to ooh yeah, like he's taking a shit, like he's just rocking back and forth.
Nah, it's gotta be Boyz II Men, man. They were always compared to each other because Boyz II Men was like the goody two-shoe group.
Yeah.
And Jodeci was just these raw dog ass niggas with Timberlands on.
They was the homies, bro.
Yeah, looking
Like,
for every excuse to
seriously.
take their shirt off and shit. And they would
real.
always be compared. But the funny thing is as a group, as groups go, they're not that far apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No,
if
no,
you
no,
really think about it,
Musically.
yeah, Boyz II Men had a very nice image. I don't know how many niggas really listen to 50 Candles.
Yeah.
50 Candles is sex on wax.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Bended knee, nigga.
Like they doing that, and then on top of that, Jodeci was able to do records that Boyz II Men would have done.
Yep.
So it wasn't just that they were doing dirty songs and then Boyz II Men was doing all clean songs. Nah, that's just what they were known for. But if you go to the projects,
It was just the image.
yeah.
That
So-
Casey and JoJo, they could bring the Casey and JoJo record. Man.
Boyz II Men can bring their features. Hey Love,
The Dirty
the
Mac
ultimate Dirty Mac anthem. I'll never
Hits.
forgive LL for that damn song.
Hey man, try to remember the time video with Michael, dog. You talk about dirty. That's the Dirty Mac and anthem. The Remember the Time video is the Dirty Mac and playbook. This is what you do if you want to be the ultimate Dirty Macker.
Yeah, but just
And
you know,
then Let Me Love You is the fucking the new age, the new age one. And shit.
Yeah.
Dirty Macking is a crime, man. Don't ever be a dirty Macker. You get your ass whooped in these streets.
LL really told her. Plus, he smoked too many blunts.
Bitch.
Like it was a
Fuck up.
bad
Like,
thing.
like that's a problem. Like
nigga.
shit.
But no, I would definitely love to see Jodeci and Boyz II Men.
Yeah,
I would also love to see Tony versus Mint Condition.
That'd be good.
that would be interesting, actually.
And apparently,
Band effect.
Yeah.
And apparently, when it comes to like the rap battles, apparently Jeezy wanted to do a versus with Gucci. Gucci said,
No.
"You had your window, and
Look, before the King Von situation, when I heard about that, I was like, yo, we were done a solid. As much as I would have loved to have seen it,
Yeah.
we were done a solid. After the King Von situation, there's a part of me where it's like, I'll always wonder if maybe that could have bridged gaps and shown the new generation. You know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's dangerous because that shit, as I've said on this podcast and in many other areas, is not a beef solely dedicated to music.
Yeah.
That is a real life beef.
That goes to the streets.
So it is dangerous.
Yeah.
It would have been very dangerous, but I can't help but have that little percentage of me just think, as the optimist, damn, what a sight that would have been in these trying times of what's going on with this current era and their artists. Just showing, like, it's not worth it. And here's the example. Jeezy and Gucci Mane, side by side.
If they can put shit to side
Yeah.
for even, the hour and a half, whatever that the shit goes on for,
Right.
just take notes.
Yeah.
gotta love it, man. This is great. I'm telling you, everything started going up minus the death shit. Everything started going up after the Lakers won the championship. That's what I noticed in October. That's when shit started going up. Lakers got the championship. Trump got COVID. Trump lost the election.
I thought you were talking about when they finally implement the first rules in the first verses.
Oh,
That's when it started going up for me.
well, I mean, that's just with 2020. I'm talking about.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
They implemented the rules. We got the season back.
Oh yeah.
That's when they announced, oh yeah, we're going to go to the bubble. All right, cool. They was hearing us at these protests and shit.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
for me, that was like, when they announced, they was like, yeah, that Sean Garrett Dream shit. Yeah, Teddy might have acted an ass, but he definitely had it right. All right, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's put rules in this.
Yeah.
Then that's when it was like,
rules.
That's when it started
Yeah,
creeping
Fucking
up.
put on Apple
Yeah.
Music, like.
But then in October, that's when shit started going up. Again, Trump got COVID.
Oh my God!
Fucking
Okay, it's happening.
Lakers won the
Everybody say
championship. Dodgers won the championship. Like, Trump got, kicked out of office. And everything's going up. Well, I mean, cases going up. COVID cases going up, which is one big yuck. But just the mood of everything is kind of just like, we could kind of enjoy ourselves.
Shout out 24K Golden.
That's it.
Hey, you just said the mood of everything, so I was like, at that point.
Yeah, hey. Gotta get the ding. That's why you get the ding, man.
Yes, sir.
I saw something, I mean, speaking of putting beef aside, going there, I saw something I never thought I was going to see.
What?
Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher in the same picture together.
That's growth.
Round of applause for those black men.
Now we're going to see Will Smith and fucking August Alsina together.
Not that far.
No, slow your roll.
Hey.
Slow your roll.
That nigga drove 20 hours just to go whoop that nigga's ass, man. I would have did the same shit.
I was like, man, that kind of deserves. I'm not going to
imagine how
that kind of deserves getting your ass.
Can you imagine how mad you have
like,
to have been driving that many hours?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
To whoop that man's ass.
If it pisses you off that much,
Well, you know the story behind it, right?
yes.
Do you know the story behind it?
Tell the people.
So he was talking with his kids who were at home with her while Fish happened to be there, and they made a comment. Oh, yeah, she's hanging out with the friend. Wait, what? Because he didn't know at the time what was going down. Mind you, this is just coming off of them both being teammates.
Yeah.
Like, this is still fresh from them being teammates with the Lakers. So when they said, oh, yeah, Derek's here, and he's like, Derek? Derek Fisher. Oh! My kids are in the house. Yeah. Nigga got in the car and did 90.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
He went Vin Diesel on you. Just drove.
For real.
Didn't catch a flight. You know how mad you have to be to not even, because you have enough money to catch a flight, but you want to think about what you gonna do when you get there, and you have to really think about it.
And it's Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
It's not just nobody. It's Matt Barnes.
Like, you didn't even
Don't
get
let the light skin fool you. Matt
you
Barnes is aggressive.
Like, you didn't get a private jet. You didn't get a commercial flight out of Southwest. You got in your car and drove all the way out there.
Legendary story.
Just to whoop your ass.
Legendary.
And the fact Derek Fisher was still there, too. Like, he had the key. He's still there? Yeah, click.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hours later. Are you still there?
Yeah,
Right,
Matt went on the All the Smoke pod. He cited it was growth.
Yeah.
I forget what I thought it was Kobe passing that would have influenced it, and then there might have been, but somebody brought up another incident that actually led to them both like, you know what, we too grown for this.
Yeah.
Our kids love each other in terms of each other's kids.
Right.
Love each other like stepbrother, sister. We can overlook this and step up for the kids and do it.
True.
They did. They took a family picture, and I salute both of them for doing that.
That's some shit that would happen on Power.
Steven Jackson, on the other hand, his co-host, was on the same pod and was like, yeah, that's cool for you, but on the strength of being yo boy, fuck Derek Fisher. Oh, and fuck Tony Parker. None of them niggas coming on this podcast ever.
Steven Jackson's kind of sounding weird, man, because I don't know if you've been seeing the videos how he talks about how he didn't want to vote and he didn't vote and everyone else is stupid and all types of other shit. He sounded hella fucking ignorant. Even after George Floyd died and George Floyd's wife is all talking to fucking Joe Biden and shit like that, he just sounded hella ignorant, and it was low-key disappointing to see that shit.
Here's what I will say about that, man, and I don't know how he was prior to George Floyd's death, but that type of shit could jade your mind. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
It could fuck you up mentally.
I get it,
bro.
but he was all talking shit about folks that were crying and happy that Joe Biden won, calling them coons, and I was like, nigga, shut up! You didn't even vote.
I get it.
Like, you didn't even make a
saying,
difference
bro,
in this. Why are you talking?
Like I said, I don't know how he was prior to George Floyd's death, but dog, that shit could fuck with your head.
I feel it.
And I will say this. Yeah, he didn't vote, so you can look at him some way. But in terms of why the fuck are you talking, he's also in a different tax bracket.
That too.
So his taxes kind of do the talking for him.
Yeah.
And they supply stuff. I get what you're saying.
No, but then he was all talking about like, man, don't tell me that I'm gonna fucking vote. I give all the respect in the world, but they'll tell me. And he was talking with his boys and shit like that. Like, I ain't voting either, man. Like, yeah, they don't give a fuck about that. It's all fucking predetermined and like he sounded like so ignorant saying that.
I understand that. What I will say is, don't put hood niggas on a pedestal and then get mad when they say hood nigga shit.
I didn't know he was a hood nigga like that, but that's true. That's
Steven Jackson is a hood nigga, and I say that with utmost respect. I don't say that disrespect. Steven Jackson is to his roots. He stays connected to where he came from.
Bro, he's from Port Arthur, Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who else is from Port Arthur?
Who?
UGK. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he grew up on. Like, no joke.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I mean, would I have liked him to have said it? No, but I know who Steven Jackson is as a person, and so I understand that he's gonna say some shit that you agree with, and there's some shit he just gonna say that you just don't agree with. And while I agree with you didn't vote what you're saying this, he's in a different tax bracket where his taxes actually be funding shit around. So he still technically does have a say, and maybe that's where his jaded point of view comes from. Where the fuck is my tax money going? And ain't shit happening and changing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that could influence. I'm not defending. I'm just offering some insight into who I've known Steven Jackson to be beyond Malice in the Palace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Steven Jackson tough.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
me too.
Again, Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes were two reasons why I actually liked the 2007 Warriors. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
The team.
Yeah, the team
itself, yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
Them, Monte, B. Diddy, Jason Richardson, all of them. Like,
I say, don't forget Barron, bro, because that
never
a beast.
Never. Al Harrington, all them cats. Yeah. It's fucked up how ownership only let them stay together for 4 fucking months and then broke them up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Al Harrington be in the industry.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I fuck with Al Harrington, man. That's the homie. Yep. I don't know him, but he's the homie. Yep. You feel me?
Yeah, Al Harrington be in the industry. Said, nah, we gonna bring awareness to this cannabis industry. Yep. I think he is. So Sean Kemp recently got into it, but I think Al Harrington.
He's the owner of Viola.
Yeah, but I think in that he is the highest earning black man in the cannabis industry.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that, he has that title. Yeah. Like it's not even like hyperbole or anything. Like Al Harrington has the title of the highest grossing black entrepreneur in the cannabis industry.
Another one who's up there, I'm not sure exactly where he ranks, but his co-host, Matt Barnes. Yeah. 7 Leaves. Yeah.
I love to see it, man.
Weed's great.
Really love to see it. Close some things out. 2 Chainz and Masego are both dropping their albums.
So Help Me God, or Titty Boy. That's what it's called. So Help Me God. I guess he took it from Kanye. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, after a few pushbacks, it's finally dropping on Friday. I saw Masego's dropping. Yes. Need that new joint.
For sure.
I finally watched Social Dilemma.
Yeah, trip, isn't
Fuck.
it? I know, it's a trip, isn't it?
I have now put together a plan to adjust my viewing on my phone. And I thought I had it down pat. Remember I came on here some episodes ago like, yeah, that's why I put ass, Jesus, ball, like all that shit just to throw the algorithm off.
Nah.
No, the algorithm actually was anticipating me doing all that shit, and how I examined it, I'm like, oh.
Look on your Instagram. When you go on your search and you go on your Instagram, it literally shows
That's why my Instagram looked like ass, Jesus, and ball.
Because that's all you liked and looked at. Gotcha.
Yeah, nah, they fooled me. The quote that I will forever remember about that documentary: there are only 2 industries that refer to their customers as users: software and illegal drugs.
I don't remember that, but now that you say that, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck.
I kind of when I was watching it, I kind of knew how this all went because I know how social media is, and it's just like, okay, I see how this is. And then, even before I watched it, I see what would always come out, and when there were posts like headlines and shit like that, I would always read the links now because I don't know if y'all know this. If you go on Twitter now and if you retweet a link, it will pop up. Was like, did you read this before you fucking retweeted? And I was kind of like, why didn't y'all put this shit before 2016 and shit like that? But you know, even
money was too good.
I know. Yeah. The Mark Zuckerberg, he's the worst at that.
Yeah, the money was too good.
Yep. Like pussy.
Just too good.
This shit stood out to. This is what stood out to me, because again, we all have an idea going into it. It's different when you watch it, and you're like, oh. We already knew that the next generation, and when I say next generation, the first generation that really doesn't know life without social media.
Yeah.
These are the numbers. In America, since the year 2000, non-fatal self-harm hospitalizations for every 100,000 girls. From the ages 15 to 19 years old, it has gone up 61%. In the 10 to 14-year-old range, 189%.
Damn.
Suicide per 1 million girls since the year 2000. It has gone up in the 15 to 19-year-old range, 70%. 10 to 14-year-old range, 151%.
I believe that.
Yep. Social media officially became available for the mobile apps in 2009, and since 2009, the fucking graphs just skyrocket.
Yeah.
I believe that.
This is fucking dangerous.
Very.
In the hands of developing brains.
That's why I'm glad I be thinking about how I was back in high school, that these phones, these smartphones, and social media, because social media was starting out, like, we barely had MySpace when I was in senior in high school.
By the time I learned about Black Planet, MySpace had clicked in.
Yeah, like it was barely developing. We only had Razor phones. You kids don't know that shit. You kids don't know Razor phones.
But they're about to, because that shit's coming back.
Yeah, but with touchscreens and shit. But yeah,
Razor phones in two ways.
And like the only way we can get on the internet is like we have to literally get a good connection. We have to wait 10 minutes for a single page to come up.
They ain't have no unlimited data plan.
No,
you fuck with the data plan. You are on restriction from your fucking phone on the family
So
plan.
literally,
what was the highest you ran your bill up to because of data?
Shit,
60.
That's it?
Yeah, I learned quick. I ain't have
see,
I didn't go on my data plan. My mom taught me.
I got it from like I didn't know what the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whatever and shit, right? I thought, oh, it's on the phone.
Yep,
could do it. Bruh, my first fucking data plan came back $300.
Damn!
You know how pissed off my dad was?
Whoop your, get a switch! Martin! Get a switch!
Who the fuck is this data?
Who the fuck is data?
Who the fuck is data? Why you talking about data so goddamn
Star
much?
Trek? Who the fuck is data? Nah, but that's why I'm like, cause I be thinking like we weren't even on our phones like that back in the night. We just, vibed out, talked to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, these kids,
the whole life is in the fucking phone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how it is for us now too. Like,
Part.
But think about the kids, bro.
I was gonna say but that's what I was about to get to.
Yeah.
Like for us, it's more of a tool. You know what I'm saying? Like realistically, y'all know how I get down on social media. For the most part, I only use it to advertise shit, or maybe I post something every now and then. You know what I mean? So I'm not really on it tough like that. You know what I mean? But like for people or for kids in particular,
teenagers,
who are like, growing
middle
up
school
with
to
it,
senior school,
and seeing like these quote unquote celebrities, you know what I mean? Really, they're influencer, whatever that whole bullshit.
Influencers,
yeah, that bullshit. But you know what I mean? And they're seeing that, and they're trying to emulate that.
Mm-hmm.
Which answers your question from earlier when you were asking why do they go to social media and do all this?
The kids.
It's literally
embedded in their head.
Yeah.
This is all they know.
Remember, these is 26, 22-year-olds. So when this became available on the mobiles, they were all teenagers.
Yeah. That's wild.
That's literally the breakdown.
See, back in our day, we had Walkmans.
And motherfuckers had slides and monkey bars and shit.
And we barely had an iPod. You remember those kids? iPods?
You want to know where everyone was? You seen the bikes on the front yard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, man, we had to listen to whole albums, not singles, but albums. You had to burn disc, like burn CDs and shit. You had to hustle for
singles.
No, but when albums dropped,
yeah,
I know
for real.
I remember when albums dropped, people used to come to me for I used to make good money off that shit. Oh, you want that new Tupac? Want that new Jay-Z? I'll let your boy. Make like shit, hundreds of bucks off that shit,
man. Always stop by.
FYE.
Yep.
You kids don't know that.
Sam Goody.
Wow.
Eastridge. Remember
that shit? Yeah. I used to go to the warehouse.
Yup.
Kids don't know that.
Silver Creek and Capitol and shit. Yep.
What a time. But yeah, no, that hey man, that answers. If you ever want to ask yourself why,
that's why.
That's why they were teenagers when this shit dropped.
But what if it's grown ass men like T.I. doing that?
Well, once again,
he in competition for views too.
Yeah, he uses it as a tool. Like
that's why I give
a celebrity.
See, this is why I give credit to people like J. Cole and Kendrick. And I want to say Drake, but Drake I think he's kind of like, he understands how to use it. Drake,
I give credit to him too. He knows when to get in and get out. He don't be putting a lot of shit on.
Yeah.
He really don't.
He understands how to use it. I think I understand how to use it. And I know how it could be influential and shit. Because when I'm on Twitter, I use it just to talk shit and do my commentary on pop culture and shit. And I see, when I scroll down the timeline, just not on Twitter, but Facebook, Instagram, everyone uses it as their damn diary. And that's what I've noticed. It's literally their diary, and they be like projecting how they are. And
I used to do it.
I used to. That's originally how Twitter was. Yeah. Twitter was just like, what do you do? That's exactly what it said. What are you doing? Yeah. Now it's like, what's happening?
I used to, and then after a while, it's just like, for what?
Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
Because again, that's the thing. You get trapped in. Look, man. We grew up on when drugs were actually drugs, physically. Yeah. You could physically hold the drugs. Nowadays, the drugs is the retweet button, the like button, the heart button.
Oh, the like button.
Even the comment bubble when you're waiting on the text message or the comment.
Yeah.
Like, those are the new drugs.
How many likes I'm getting?
Yeah.
How many likes am I getting? How many? Who messaged me right now? How my text is looking? Sometimes I feel when I see everyone with them unread text messages, like with 300 unread text messages or 100 unread text messages, and it's like, why do you do that? Because it's like a drug. It's like a drug. It's just literally just group chats probably, or majority of it is just for what's the word for it? Satisfaction.
Yeah. See, the thing about it, like, even with the whole notifications, like you see 300 or whatever text messages and shit like that, it bugs me when I see 3.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
same with my emails.
I see a bubble, I'm like, fuck.
I get rid. But some people just leave it there. They just want to leave it there and be like, oh, it's attention. It's attention. It's self-gratification.
It's a stunt, bro. That's all it is.
So when you take a screenshot and you see it like, oh shit, this person's busy. No, they ain't busy. That's just group chats they're in, and they're just not responding to it, and they just get
like, oh, this is a good Instagram
look.
post.
This is a good look for me.
Yeah. I'll never forget when I really put everything in proper perspective. It was when one of my big homies, good OG to have. We were talking because he really don't even do social media like that, but he was intrigued by Twitter, and he was like, oh, like, that's dope, like, you do all that, oh, that's for sure. And I'm like, yeah, you do this, people be talking like this, I got 1,000 followers, this is that.
Yeah.
Oh,
where they at though?
So if you were to ask $1, you'd have like $1,000, and then I looked and I was like, well, And then it was at that point, it was like, what the fuck does this matter?
You got that aha moment. You got that moment.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I get like 1,000 followers. I see my followers, and I'm like, when I put this phone down, none of these niggas know who the fuck I am. If I walk out this house right now, people won't know who I am. However, today,
speaking of which,
I have to mention this shit. Whoever you are, if you're ever listening to this, so I would go get my haircut. I usually take my Uber over to get my haircut, and then after that, I probably just take the bus to go to the mall and get an Uber and go back because I have my headphones and I want to get my music on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm at the bus stop. I see this dude at the bus stop, and I don't really think much of it. And he looks at me. He's like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "What's?" He's like, "Hey," and I took my mask off to like look at something or talk on the phone and shit. He was like, "Yo, I know you." I was like, "Fuck, you know me?" He's like, "No, I know you. Yo, you on that podcast shit, right? Yeah, I heard about you. Yeah, man, keep doing your thing." And I swear to y'all, I don't know who the fuck he was. So if you're listening to this, whoever you are, thank you. I appreciate that. But it was one of the most
if you're listening, shouts out.
Whoever you are, it was the most
Bus stop man. That's what it's called.
Bus stop man. It was the biggest huh? Okay.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, and it was like some dude I would you probably see at a liquor store or on the corner and shit. And yeah, I was like, okay, it's kind of Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Every once in a so the point I was trying to make is people don't know who you are, but some days God will just be like, look at that. Yeah, watch what you tweet. You just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, my point still is, I put the phone down. Niggas don't know who the fuck I am. So,
No, of course not.
unless you're on the Clubhouse. Yeah, man.
Let me get notifications from that shit all the time, and I'm like, still don't have a need to jump in. But
I'll tell you out there. But yeah. Anything else?
I'm just looking for that IPO for Clubhouse.
It's gonna come. Just wait till next
I want to
year.
know who's gonna like.
It's got to go public sooner or later, bro.
I keep telling you, next year is gonna be when it's gonna be the new wave.
Well, that's what I'm looking for because now I'm keeping an eye on Twitter's IPO because I'm like, Twitter would be the one place that would make that move. Like, yeah, let's just buy this shit out.
Or maybe Facebook, maybe Instagram.
That's what I was like. I'm keeping eyes on everything. Yo, Biden got announced in the first day of Wall Street.
Shit.
Oh my god.
I know you guys don't have stocks.
been waiting, baby.
It was the day after the election when it was
No, because it happened on the Monday.
That's what I'm. Oh yeah. I'm talking about the day like
Because Wall Street's closed on the weekend. So
No. I'm talking about the Wednesday after, like the one day after when the election was still going on, but after election night when Biden was kind of doing good. When he was losing, the stocks were going up, but they knew that, oh no, we know what's coming.
Nah, brother.
But then
it was going down.
Nah,
when Biden was
it might have looked okay that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
But
Monday hit. I opened my fucking app.
And I've been waiting,
Where the fuck
baby.
did this money come from?
it was like a celebration. Y'all people in the world, if you're listening, the whole world celebrated when Biden won. Out in France, they were ringing church bells and shit. London was putting fireworks out.
Yeah.
It was like everyone was celebrating that we broke up with the toxic boyfriend. So
Same OG, he told me best. He was like, this is the perfect example that everybody, if they're learning stocks, they learned, and if you lost track, you got reminded. Stock market ain't got no bias to not one man.
Nope.
At all that runs this country.
right.
This too shall pass, and this is the example of that. Because motherfuckers was saying, "Oh, it's gonna just go down if Trump loses," and that motherfucker. Again, I looked at my shit and I had to close the app and restart it because I thought it was a glitch.
He's like, wait, hold on a second.
Wait
This
a
shit ain't
minute.
right. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
nah, it ain't no touching. I got the face, just scan it. As soon as it went in.
Huh?
Oh!
Huh?
Okay. I'm just gonna hold it right there. Nah, this ain't no niggatry.
No, it's just niggardly money. Like, oh!
Shit.
No, I thought like I tapped in like how OutKast tapped into mainstream white America. I thought I tapped into the white man's money with this one. I was like,
No, you like
man,
Chris
so
Tucker.
fucking-
You like Chris Tucker from Rush Hour when the money was raining. Thank you, God.
yeah. Because you gotta remember, like I diversified, but you gotta remember, a part of mine, I got Tesla, Disney, Nike, and Apple.
Let the stock market rejoice.
I opened that motherfucker and I was like, what the motherfucker? Oh,
And you know another reason why it went up? Because they announced the vaccine was at 90%.
I got 4.
Oh, yep.
I got 4 shares in that one too.
Yeah, they said the vaccine is 90% effective.
Yeah.
And that's when they said it's showing great signs.
I
And
am
then Trump
sure.
tried to take credit for that. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up, nigga.
I am chilling with that stock.
I was going to say, bias aside, he kind of did hint towards that happening.
and I
like,
think
not even hint. He kind of said
They probably gave
he
it to
said
him.
it, bro.
They probably gave it to him in the hospital.
Probably.
But at the same time, they were like, if you would have just shut the fuck up.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's why I take back the credit that I give to him.
Yeah, if
You know
you
what
would
I'm
have
saying?
just shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
you could have took credit.
All it boils down to is wear a mask. Don't say anything about McCain. That's all.
You could have just told folks to wear a mask
mean-
and then tell folk and don't do big ass rallies. You could have did exactly what Joe
and
Biden
tell people to
and them
mail in
did.
the votes.
That too. You could have. This is what you could have did. You could have listened to the scientists. You could have not talked about McCain. You could have told your supporters, "Yo, mail in your ballots." Those rallies you done, you could have did exactly what Joe Biden done. I mean,
this
Nah, fuck
motherfucker,
that.
this motherfucker went into the
that
game and told his players, "All right, do this, but don't shoot no threes.
but the Warriors are going to shoot. What did I just say?
Don't shoot no threes.
But what
They're
about
illegal? Don't do it."
But the points are going to go up. Those are fake points.
Yeah,
Fake points. Oh my god.
and the motherfuckers was up by 12 at halftime.
And then you looking at the coach.
And then it was the Warriors in the third quarter. And that's what
Biden did. He became Clay. He became
Game 6.
Game 6
Yeah.
Cat Clay. Like what Joe Biden did, it was literally like some Pusha T shit. He told you, like, you know how I say Pusha T has not lied once? When the election was going on, Joe Biden did not lie once. He came out there and said, yo, keep the faith. And then Wise like, yo, chill, keep the faith. And then when he was climbing back up, he said, we're gonna win this thing. Just wait. And then he won this thing. He came out there and said, I won this thing.
Told you.
Yeah.
Told you. And you know what? I want Joe Biden to be petty because he still got campaign money left over. And you know Trump is still watching Fox News just fuming. He should just have a victory video and only have a victory commercial and only show it on Fox News stations. And only show it that day because you know Trump's going to be watching. Just show it on Fox. Just because he's a little petty. Just show a little bit of petty. This commercial was paid for by President-elect Joe Biden. And it's just him. And it's just him looking.
I would love
like-
for him to do it.
I know he's not going to do it.
I would love for him to do
that.
it, but somebody explained it. They said Joe will always forgive and he'll move forward. Mm-hmm. It's Mrs. Biden who never forgets.
Jill Biden. Mrs. Dr. Biden. She don't forget.
Yeah.
She's like
And
Michelle.
that's usually how it always works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's always
The woman.
the missus that's like, nah, I remember.
I think everyone's gonna remember this month. Call him Sleepy Joe. That's still the most worst. That's like still the most wackest shit to call him. Like Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe was jogging out there.
It's Shoddy Joe.
Shoddy Joe. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, that smug look. I posted on my Instagram. I love that picture of Joe with that little smug smile on his face. It's such the biggest fuck you smile.
That little smirk. You know what I mean?
Like, you know I'm gonna get you, right? You know I'm gonna win this. Like, look at that smirk. Like, it's probably gonna be the cover. Just look at that smirk, people. That's the nigga you don't want to fuck with.
It's probably gonna be the cover.
So look, that's the nigga you don't want to fuck with.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
Maybe in his younger days.
Yeah, the younger days. Now, no. But the younger Joe, I mean, not because young Joe, that boy was like, he was, pause, good looking. And then doing the vice president when he was, what's it called? Jump off. Oh my God, Joe, you don't want to fuck with me, Joe Biden. I wish a motherfucker would, Biden. He was crazy. That's what I used to call him back then with Obama. Joe, I wish a motherfucker would. There was this picture. I remember there was this one time when Obama was doing a speech, and you just see Joe just standing behind him, like his big home, like Ty,
wow.
just standing behind him, like Tata, like literally like Tata, like waiting with the shank. Like I wish a motherfucker would. You don't want me in charge. I'll blow all these motherfuckers up. you think he crazy, nigga? I like, Obama, hold back. Chill back. I'm just saying, nigga. I'm just saying. Now he's more calm. He's collected. You know, that was my younger years.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't do coke no more. I'm good now. I'm good.
I was gonna say something to Grumble,
Say
but
it.
it's the president-elect.
Say
I
it.
ain't gonna
Just say
disrespect
it.
him. Nah,
No.
I'll say it off air.
Alright.
I mean, I guess.
I respect him. It would make me sound very.
Asshole-ish.
It would sound like it came from Trump.
Oh, yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't need that shit.
Yeah.
We don't need that negativity.
See, sometimes you
bro.
can't just you gotta trust me. If I'm saying nah, don't be like no, say it.
Because I say it. But it's just funny. Like the back end, like I remember Joe Biden's like Obama days. He was like, you could tell he was crazy. He was like, you probably don't want me in this motherfucker. I'll take this whole motherfucker out. He probably still that way, but he's more subtle about it. Like, yeah, you know I'm crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how he's like, he was a cigar. You know I'm crazy, right? Like I remember that shit you were talking. So you want to give me the keys, right? And then fucking Kamala just shoots a motherfucker in the kneecap.
Kamala.
That's what I said. Kamala.
Uh-huh.
She shoots a nigga in the be like power. That's what this next. That's what. Oh yeah, speaking of power, they started shooting.
Everybody's
for
shooting.
Kanan.
Everybody's shooting.
With cases going up or not, they started shooting the Kanan book 3, I guess, and I guess Power's coming back next month, right?
Yep.
Damn, that's good.
Damn.
Last 5 weeks,
I was like, I could wait.
and we all can wait.
Everything that was gonna take place. Niggas forgot until now the power was coming back in a few weeks.
Should come back on Christmas. On Thanksgiving. Or Black Friday. Whatever.
Can't do it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know.
Football, we just found out it's turkey and trades, baby.
Just wait.
Turkey and trades
It's
and
coming
football.
back December. I just remember it's coming back December.
Yeah.
First week of December.
So it's coming back next month.
Yep. Damn, it's already next month. And you already know you already know the album list is gonna start coming out sooner or later. Probably the next few weeks. Album of the year list and shit like that. So yeah, get ready for that, people.
Yep.
Ellie's gonna be interesting this year.
Very.
Yeah. COVID messed everything up. It's gonna make shit interesting. We'll figure it out. We always do. Anyway, this is episode 206, right?
Yes, sir.
This is episode 206 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. You can always follow me on the Twitter. Shout out to Mr. Fab. You can follow me at Mr. Busby4 lowercase 08 on the Twitter. You can follow us at iLLogicalSP on the Twitter. You can always follow us on Instagram at the iLLogical Sense. And of course, on the Facebook.
Give me a hell yeah.
Do me a favor, people. Go on loser.com. That's all I'm going to say.
And?
Just go there.
No. You did this week's playlist. Don't promote somebody else over us.
Oh.
You dropped the playlist. Playlist is available now.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Victory music, you bitches.
See how you talk about us and our brand? You go to
I
Loser.
keep forgetting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Our
Oh
playlist,
yeah,
whatever.
it's a playlist.
Well,
It's
You just make me compile it together. Oh, yeah.
I didn't make you. All you had to do was copy and paste what I put. I just copy and paste my sequence.
You got it because it won't let me transfer it over. I have to literally
Yeah, I know.
compile it all.
I know, sequencing. Anyway, yeah, Victory Music, which is filled with artists that contributed, that were in the cities that contributed to Jump Off Joe Beezy's victory, of course, and mixed with some other shit, mix some crack in it, you know.
Sprinkle a little crack.
Sprinkle a lot of crack. But yeah, Victory Music. You know the fucking vibes, Austin.
Give me a hell yeah.
And of course, on all social media, JC No. Hey, NBA season just got announced. You know where my head's at.
Shit.
I'm ready.
I mean, do we have a choice?
Yeah, we really don't have a choice anyway.
Yeah,
So.
it's either get ready or get rolled on.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep, keep it going. And you, Martine.
Oh, yeah, you can follow me at Venomous408, spelled VNMS408. And Venomous, spelled VNMS, again, on all your digital streaming platforms. Stream my music. That'd be great. Just wanted to give a shout out to my boy Drew, owner and founder of a new company called The Loan Shark. I've been rocking this shirt for a cool minute.
Hey.
Go on theloanshark.com. You know what I'm saying?
There
Do
you
your
go.
thing. Cop them joints, you feel me?
Da. So, yeah, I'm about to be 33 on this Friday. By the time you're hearing this, I'll probably be 33. I told you motherfuckers I was going to have a happy birthday. Motherfuckers. The president-elect, Joe Biden, fuck Donald Trump. We out this bitch. Peace.
Hey.